Hold on one second, chat. Okay, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? KOH, how you doing? Suki, Crawler, Bromis, Kona, Womack, Joanna. How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, hope you guys have had a nice Friday. So yeah, today we're going to be doing a debate on whether or not Naruto is the speed of light, like the Naruto verse in general. And then we can talk about, like, if Naruto is the speed of light, which characters are and which characters are not. I think, what's up, Snalium? I think it gets really interesting when you start talking about characters like Kakashi. Is Kakashi the speed of light or not? So yeah, I was reading through the Naruto manga, and I don't know, I formed a lot of different thoughts on it. I also was reading through like a lot of the popular data books that people use for power scaling. So I was trying to make sense of that too. And yeah, I want to have an open debate because it gets kind of confusing. Like, the power scaling in Naruto is kind of inconsistent, bro. My cat is right next to the mic. Hopefully she doesn't like mess with it. But yeah, I'm hoping that we can get some people here that are like actually really passionate about Naruto, that are willing to explain some of the things in the verse that are a bit contradictory. I have my own understandings of like how you can explain some of these things, but I want to hear other arguments from other people. So just real quick to show you guys, here's how you join the debate for tonight if you want to. Like, you go to my YouTube channel, you click the posts tab, and then you'll see this most recent post I did is Naruto Lightspeed. You click on that, and then you just click this pinned comment, okay? And then that'll make it so that you can like be part of the debate. So I first, before we get into the debate portion, I just want I just want to go through like some of the speed feats in Naruto and talk about them real quick. You said, serious question, what kind of math do you have to be good in if you want to get into power scaling fiction? If you can just do basic algebra, you're fine. I mean, power scaling, the truth is, like, power scaling is less math and it's more focused on honestly, I'd say it's more focused on analysis and reading comprehension. Like, if you just analyze a series very well and you can comprehend it very deeply, you can like put together logical patterns from the story and like make things make sense. That's kind of why I ask people, like, that's why I prefer scaling from the manga more than data books typically, just because like it's just more impressive to me when people like point out things that I never noticed in the manga, rather than like when people are just like listing off information from data books. But we'll talk about both here. Like, we're actually going to be using data books in this stream, so I want to talk about all of it. So let's just talk about some of the scaling really quick so we can get into the debate portion faster. So in the manga, it says that the Chidori, Kakashi, named it the lightning blade because there was a point where he used it to chop lightning. The manga doesn't show like how old Kakashi was when he performed this feat, but the anime has like a filler scene where they show Kakashi actually do this, and he's a kid, he's like a teenager. I think this is somewhere after the point where Rin dies. This is like teenage Kakashi. He has the Sharingan already, and he chops through this lightning bolt jutsu. It's like these Stone Village ninja are like summoning lightning from the sky. Like what you see here is supposed to be like a lightning bolt they're summoning, and Kakashi chops through it with a lightning blade when he's out of chakra. So like, let me just like explain a speed scale real quick, and then we'll keep going. So I think the lowball interpretation of Naruto's speed, if you just use the manga only and you lowball the series, like Jonin level ninja, people relative to Jonin are like all lightning timers. And then like they get massively, like considerably faster than lightning. And then you have Raikage, who is at like the pinnacle of the verse, not counting Minato. Like after Minato died, Raikage was the fastest for a long time. So maybe Raikage somewhere in like the 10 times faster than lightning range, a dozen times faster. And then you get Minato, who's like the speed of light. And then you get like a tier above him with, or maybe, okay, low ball, I would say it like this. Like Jonin, relative to lightning, or a little faster. Then you have Raikage, maybe around 10 times faster than lightning. Then you have Minato, relative to light. And then you have the Sage Art Light Fang that Naruto dodges, being truly the speed of light. And then Naruto and those guys are light speed. That's like the lowest low ball of Naruto. I think a medium ball would be like, I don't know, it gets tricky. I think I might have to go through more feats for a medium ball. But like a high ball would be like everyone is like significantly faster than light. But yeah, let me just go through some more of these feats. So here's where it starts getting like kind of weird in Naruto. I think the big thing is like the speed scaling in Naruto's kind of inconsistent. Here's why, right? So there's this scene here in the Fourth Great Ninja War where Kakashi's fighting the Seven Swordsmen, and Kakashi says they're not at full power. This is like a weaker version of these guys. This is some lightning user. I just put him in here to just show like lightning speed is not a big deal in Naruto. Like a lot of people are faster than lightning, but yeah, this is the scene that starts to make the speed scaling in Naruto kind of weird. This is Fourth Great Ninja War Kakashi, and he still gets speed blitzed by Haku. He gets speed blitzed by Haku, right? And the databooks say that like Haku is the speed of light when moving in between mirrors. But Kakashi's still getting speed blitzed by Haku like this late in the series. So it starts getting weird because it's like, okay, does that mean Kakashi is not light speed still in the Fourth Great Ninja War? Even though Kakashi like performs crazy speed feat, he like, the reason why this is weird, right, is because Kakashi fights like every top tier in the verse. Like he fights pretty much everybody, but he's still getting speed blitzed by someone who's supposed to be the speed of light. So we also get this scene here where Kakashi like is able to react to Sasuke's Susanoo arrow. He uses the Mangekyo Sharingan and like erases it before it hits him. So like, does that mean that this arrow is slower than light? Maybe you can make an argument that like Kakashi's reaction speed goes up with the Mangekyo Sharingan. That's a possible answer there. But then it gets weird because him using his normal Sharingan, he has like a drawn out, like evenly matched battle with Obito. And Obito as a kid fought the fourth Hokage. So it's like, it starts getting weird. It's like, this is just normal base Sharingan Kakashi. Through a large portion of their fight, he's reacting to Obito, right? But he was still getting speed blitzed by Haku. So does that mean Obito's not the speed of light? This is where it starts getting weird, because it's like, how is Kakashi getting blitzed by Haku, someone who's supposed to be the speed of light? But then he's like on par with all these other top tiers, able to tag all these other top tiers. So does that mean like all these top tiers are slower than Haku? You said the Susanoo arrow's faster than Sasuke is? Yeah, it starts getting weird, right? Oh, and here's the other thing. I just showed this to show the difference in speed between the speed of lightning and speed of light. The speed of light is 2,000 times faster than the speed of lightning. So like characters could be like dozens or even hundreds of times faster than lightning, like hundreds of times faster than this version of Kakashi who chopped a lightning bolt. They could be hundreds of times faster than him and still like considerably slower than light. All right, but anyway, it just gets weird because if Haku's really the speed of light, then that means like low tier characters are faster than some of the high tier ones. Let me show you what I mean. Like where's the Haku panel? Because I was just reading the data books and I wanted to understand them. I'm trying to find the Haku one. Hold up. Is it this? No. Oh, here it is. Okay, so here's the Haku data book scan where it says, let's see. So the mirrors of ice reflect Haku, and Haku moves between the mirrors at the speed of light. That's what like this databook scan says, that Haku moves between the mirrors at the speed of light. Okay. And then what makes that really weird though is you see this is two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke. Okay. This is where I think like the speed scaling for Naruto kind of like just stops making sense. And I really want to debate this tonight. I want people to like explain how these databooks make sense. Actually, I'm genuinely trying to learn, right? So, this is two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke, right? He's actually fodder, garbage, trash. There's a like helicopter flying past my apartment. One second. All right, we should be good. Yeah, this is fodder, garbage, baby weakling Sasuke, and he's able to see Haku traveling in between the mirrors, and he actually like gets to Naruto before Haku does. Like that's what he says. He's like, no, I have to get there first. Like he can see Haku supposedly moving at the speed of light, and it's like, no, I have to get there first. And if you look in the right-hand panel, Haku's like slumped on the floor. So it implies like Sasuke got there before Haku did and might have like kicked Haku in the head or something. So yeah, it's saying like essentially two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke can move at the speed of light. The reason that's a problem though is because there's tons of top tiers that like have the same statement in the databooks. Like it says Killer Bee's lariat is almost the speed of light. Telling me two Tomoe Sharingan Kid Sasuke is faster than Killer Bee's lariat? That doesn't make much sense actually. Another thing is Sasuke's Kirin. Sasuke's Kirin in the databooks is stated to be the speed of light. And Sasuke himself says that this is an unavoidable attack that cannot be dodged. And if it's just the speed of light, that means two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke is faster than his Kirin. That means two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke is faster than Kirin. I don't see how that makes any sense. We also get this statement here in the manga where it says the Raikage's reaction speed is on par with Minato's. So these guys are all supposed to be light speed, and you're telling me like two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke is faster than all of them? That doesn't make sense. The reason that really doesn't make sense though is because like Naruto, this same Naruto who's like able to react to this light speed Haku, he fights Sasuke, right? And Sasuke, the same two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke, is getting blitzed by him. He needs to get a third Tomoe before he can react to this Naruto. So like, and also Kimimaru reacts to him too. So like, basically, here's the, if we believe that Haku's the speed of light, like the databook says, and we believe Kirin's the speed of light, like the databook says, and we believe the Raikage is like approaching the speed of light, and then we believe Minato's the speed of light, that means two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke is faster than the fourth Hokage. He's faster than the Raikage. He's faster than Killer Bee. He's faster than like most of the verse. And that just actually doesn't make any sense. So that's what I'm not understanding. How is it that two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke is like faster than the entire verse? And I'd like to just have a debate and like understand these things, because when I look at the databooks, they seem to contradict each other a lot. Also, oh, the craziest thing about it, bro, that would mean this two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke, if he's moving faster than light in this panel right here, I think if we use databooks, we have to say he is, right? So if he's moving faster than light, he would have to be faster than KCM1 Naruto as well, because we see KCM1 Naruto gets blitzed by the Raikage over and over again. Like for like 2 whole chapters, he's just getting blitzed by the fourth Raikage. So according to the databooks, according to the data books, 2 Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke faster than KCM1 Naruto. Even though he was getting blitzed by Kid Naruto, who wasn't even using the QB cloak. The data books, they seem to contradict themselves a lot. So that's all I wanted to say. I want to open this up to debate because I want to see some people explain this, right? I want someone to explain this. Cynical says, "Do you know how Haku's ability works?" Yeah, according to the data books, it says, because people wanted me to use the data books, so I'm studying them and I'm trying to make sense of this all. It says Haku's able to move between mirrors at the speed of light. And then we see Sasuke's reacting to this same Haku with 2 Tomoe Sharingan. So that would mean 2 Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke's the speed of light, right? But then the data books also say that the Raikage's the speed of light, Kirin's the speed of light, KCM1 Naruto's the speed of light, Minato's the speed of light. So if Sasuke's like faster than light here, that means Sasuke's faster than KCM1 Naruto, faster than Minato, faster than the Raikage, and faster than Kirin. So I'm trying to understand how that actually makes sense. So I want to see some like debates for that. Haku was holding back against Naruto and Sasuke. So is that the answer to it? Is that what people say? So like Haku can move the speed of light, but never did against Naruto and Sasuke? I want to open this up to debate, all right? So let me open this debate portion now. I want to hear people's explanations to this. Give me 1 second. Let me grab my other laptop so I can see the chat while we do the debate. Where is it? Hold on. I left my other laptop in the living room. Give me 1 second and we're going to start the debate. Hold on, let me grab it. All right, chat. Yeah, today we're really going to understand these data books, man, because I think there is a way you can make it all make sense. But I want to see what, like, how the Naruto community does it. I have some like assumptions of how it can be done, but I want to see how the Naruto community does it, okay? So I'm opening the stream on my other laptop so I can see comments while we do this debate. And let me hop over to Discord. Okay, let's see who's here. Is there anyone here? Oh yeah, we got a few people. Hey, what's up, you guys? How you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you? I'm good.
Doing good, doing good. Just give me 1 second. I'm just opening the stream on my laptop.
Oh, you gonna take your time, man.
I gotta find my charger to it. Here, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold up.
Oh yeah. Real quick question, Lilo. If I got a panel, can I send it in Discord?
All right. Okay, yeah. I just had to get my my laptop plugging it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. What do you guys think about like how fast the Naruto verse is?
Now for the most part, from what I've been looking at, it's pretty consistent in a way. For example, a lot of the stuff that you see Itachi do, like, or not Itachi, Kakashi does with the like little lightning cloak and chopping lightning in half and moving at lightning speed with the little his Chidori and stuff. I think it's pretty consistent. As for the Haku point that you brought up, I understand where you're coming from with that because that wouldn't make sense. Also, I don't like using the data books because the data books are inconsistent. In my personal opinion, for the most part. As for the Haku statement that you brought up, it actually says, like, if you scroll down the chapters a little more, Haku actually says that it was a trap. So I highly doubt that Haku was moving at full speed because we see her blitzing him the entire time, and all of a sudden he just speed blitzes out of nowhere, which would make no sense. Which is why when Haku actually. Haku actually sticks him when he goes to save Naruto. She says, in order to protect someone he cared about, threw himself headlong into it, knowing it full well it was a trap. So Haku probably wasn't moving at full speed because I don't think the mirrors just instantaneous. I think she can control her speed in the mirrors from when she want to move at her max speed and when she doesn't. So yeah, but for the most part, I think the scaling of speed is pretty consistent for Naruto actually, which is surprising. Because the data books aren't. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, can I say something?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I feel like it's almost like if you're just using statements and like stuff that happens on screen, you almost can't scale it anywhere but like vague anime speed, because like you could literally argue like they're just slower than lightning because Zetsu, who's like the most knowledgeable character in the entire series, was like, oh, no one can, dodge lightning. Like, that's impossible. And like, if you took that to its most extreme, you could argue like even Kaguya couldn't dodge lightning. But I mean, you could also argue he's just talking about like humans, not like aliens.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a good point. I mean, yeah, I think like, I don't know, the Naruto scaling gets weird. Like I wanted to see if there's a way to make sense of it with the data books, because people really want to use the data books. Like I've seen people say that like Haku's the speed of light, and then Kid Naruto and Sasuke are the speed of light, and then like everyone else is like hundreds of times faster than that. But that doesn't make sense though, because like the data books say that the lariat is like approaching the speed of light. And and the lariat's supposed to be considered super fast.
Oh,
what
yeah,
were you
I
saying?
don't agree with that. If you want to make the data books like the best, because the whole point is the Haku point in the data books. The Haku point is where the data books start to fall off, because if Haku moving at the speed of light through the mirrors, right? Again, like you said, if Sasuke at two Tomoe jumps in front of Haku, right, and then proceeds to, clearly he's moving at the speed of light. So as these characters are getting older, we know that they're getting hundreds, if not thousands of times stronger, especially in the war. So they should be way faster in the war, to the point where they should be massively FTL at this point if two Tomoe Sasuke is moving at light speed, right? But like I said before, when you scroll through the chapter, you read the rest of the chapter, she says it was a trap. Most likely she wasn't moving at full speed when she did that, because it was a trap. Because if you see earlier in the series, if she was moving at full speed, she could have just slit their throat. Simple as that. So her saying it's a trap, the whole point of that was just to stick Sasuke in his body, because I guess she was irritated that Sasuke caught up to her speed earlier in the chapter, because he actually ended up blitzing her early in the chapter without her mirrors, right? So she just wanted to show off, or he wanted to show off. So he literally says it was a trap. So, and then if you want to go through the data books, you could say that Killer B, when they talk about his lariat, they could be talking about his lariat not in his QB cloak. They could just be talking about B, which would make sense because the Raikage is stated to be light speed himself in the data books, and teleports. You have to be at a certain speed for teleportation. Your molecules are moving from one area to another. I think that's called like quantum tunneling or whatever the fuck it's called. That might be the speed of light or something near that. The Raikage does that. And then from that point, Naruto blitzes that Raikage, which he's probably like light speed at that point or a little bit above it. Because like I said, like you said earlier, you brought up that the difference between light, like actual lightning timers, and then light timers is astronomically different. Like the numbers are like it's of thousands of times. You get what I'm saying? So, and I think from the point of Haku being one of the fastest characters in the verse, I still think that's the case, even in war, considering that if she uses her mirrors, in those mirrors, she can move at light speed. But without those mirrors, that is not the case. And I also do believe that she can control her speed in those mirrors too.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things about that aren't really adding up to me. Like, first off, where does it say that Haku's holding back against Naruto and Sasuke? Where does it say that? Because I have the chapter up.
Yeah, go to chapter 27, I think it is, The Awakening. Number 27, The Awakening.
And the other thing is, when Haku speed blitzes Kakashi in the Fourth Great Ninja War too, and Haku's like not using ice mirrors, just straight speed blitzes. But so what panel does it say that Haku's holding back?
Okay, once you go to, let me actually go to, you're using Viz, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me pull up my Viz too. Chapter 27, give me 1 second. Because I'm looking on a different one, but I'm pretty sure it's the same exact thing.
So
but you're at the chapter, you're at the Awakening chapter, yes?
yeah, MZ said go to chapter 27. It states the ice mirrors drain Haku of chakra. Also, he messes up Sasuke with mirrors blatantly. Yeah, Haku's a boy, by the way, Rhea.
Yeah, I keep saying, yeah, I know he's a boy. I just keep saying women on accident because it's just like, yeah, I keep saying it by accident.
No,
but yeah, if you scroll to the side, let me see.
But I mean, like, it looks like right here, Haku's like trying to kill Naruto. Oh, wait, I see what you're saying. He said, but if I use the other boy as bait. So it was a trap to, like, get Sasuke. Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a trap to his side. Yeah, it was to show, because remember earlier, and if you'll see earlier, he also said, I'm going to show you what real speed is, because, you know, Sasuke was talking all cocky, and because he blitzed him earlier without his mirrors and shit. So I it was just a trap at the end of the day. So I don't think he was moving at max speed in this mirror. Right, but at this point in time, I think he can control his speed of how fast he wants to move in those mirrors.
But we also see here it says, hold on a second. Like so this one panel says Sasuke was narrowly avoiding every strike, even before awakening Sharingan. And then like. He has this moment where Haku's like, he wasn't fooled or even confused. Impossible. It looks like Sasuke just straight up dodges Haku here. And
which number is it?
I'm on chapter 27. This is page 3.
Page 3? Okay.
Yeah, because he's like looking up at Haku, and then Haku is now in like one of the lower mirrors, and Sasuke's jumping out of the way. And Haku's like, he wasn't fooled or even confused. Impossible. And then they look over, it shows two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke. And he said, it was only for a moment, but I was actually able to see. So like he's reacting to light speed. Because I agree with what you're saying that like this one, Haku like baited him out as a trap. So that's actually a good answer to that. But this one, it doesn't seem like that. It seems like like Sasuke awoke in the two Tomoe Sharingan and just dodged a light speed attack.
Oh, you know, sorry. I just wanted to say, like, to be fair, with like the Land of Waves arc in general is really weird for like Naruto scaling, just because it's like the first arc where like weird stuff happens. Like Sasuke being able to do anything to Haku is insane, because Haku is hyped up as like a potentially like above Kakashi level threat, and like Sasuke wouldn't be able to do anything to Kakashi until like literally after the time skip, but somehow he's like dodging Haku's attacks. Like, it doesn't really make any sense at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm that's what I'm trying to understand, because this is also like damaged Sasuke too. So here's like an answer like I thought of. I think in the Naruto verse, friendship power-ups might actually be a real thing. Because there's dialogue about it where Naruto says stuff like, when you're fighting to protect your friends, you become stronger. And they also talk about that in like the Naruto filler where they show Kakashi chopping the lightning bolt. And he says like, the reason I was able to chop the lightning bolt even though I didn't have chakra was because I was trying to protect my friends. So like, it seems like I think that's an argument you could make, is that friendship power-ups actually make you stronger. But then it becomes weird. It's like, if you have two Tomoe Sharingan with a friendship power-up, even near death, he's like a Raikage level guy. Like, that's kind of what that means, and I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I also for the last thing that you brought up, I looked this up. So when that certain scene that you're talking about, he says he shows amazing stamina, reflexes, training, and skill and judgment. He says though his faculty must be extended past his limits by now. That just means his inherent mental or physical power. So at this point, Haku is not even at his max right now. He's already surpassed what his limits already are at this point in time in their fight. So he's not even moving at full speed in these mirrors to begin with.
No, I think this is Haku saying. I think this is Haku saying Sasuke's at his limit.
You think it's him? Oh, this might be it. That might be it. That might be him.
Well, I might be wrong though, because I mean it looks like it's Haku saying it, because in the page before that, Haku says he's narrowly avoiding every strike I make. His moves are brilliant. And then after that, that's where it says he shows amazing stamina, reflex.
He shows amazing. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that might be him. Yeah, I don't think Haku was moving at full speed here. It makes it kind of weird. I agree with you on the friendship shit, because later on in this fight, this nigga Naruto literally starts talking to Haku, and Haku just stopped fighting. Same thing with Obito in the war. Like all this shit that Obito was doing in the war, he just talked no jutsu the nigga out of it. Also, I agree with you on that too, because another weird thing about Naruto is that Kakashi with 0 chakra, literally it stated that he had 0 chakra in the manga, right? He proceeded to use his Mangekyo again, even though we know it takes a great deal of chakra to do so. And he just uses it after having no chakra. So I think there's certain parts of Naruto that's not making any sense. But as for the speed scaling, I don't think it's too far off though.
Yeah, so I mean,
I think Haku. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like, I want to find a way to make sense of the data books, because so like the claim I see people use is that they think Kid Naruto and Kid Sasuke are already light speed because of like the feats they perform against Haku, and then everyone else is like 100 times faster than light. But my question to that is, like, why does the data book say that Kirin is light speed, and why does it say that Lariat is like approaching light speed? Like, if Kid Naruto and Sasuke are like faster than light, why would Kirin being light speed be impressive? It's like, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, it's like the biggest anti-feat thing for like light speed Naruto is the scene in the war where they're all like discussing like, how do we get to the battlefield in time? And then they're like, oh, we're gonna use this jutsu that could potentially kill all of us, like all the Kage, just so we can get there in time. And it's like, if you think about it, like, not only would that imply that at least at travel speed they're not light speed, but it would imply that like they're not even like 100th light speed, because you wouldn't have a 2-minute conversation about it. You would just start running. You would just start running, and you would get there by the time the like 2-minute conversation would have ended.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The scaling just doesn't. I mean, the data book scaling, when I try and use it, it just doesn't make sense to me, because I don't see how Kid Naruto and Kid Sasuke are on par with the people like the Raikage, Minato, Killer Bee, and KCM1 Naruto. All of these guys are, and Kirin, all of these guys are like supposed to be about light speed. So I don't see how people are saying Kid Naruto and Sasuke are at that level. That's like the big disconnect for me, really.
I've actually never heard that, actually. I don't know who told you that. That is actually a crazy statement. I've never heard that in Naruto. I thought most Naruto fans understood that Naruto and them are not light speed level based on Haku. I don't think Haku, even if you wanted to, I don't think Haku was moving full speed in his mirrors, especially considering that scene, there's literally a scene in there where it says it's literally draining his chakra as he's using it. Like, he's literally getting physically drained from trial. Like, he can't even go full. He literally falls out of it right after Sasuke gets attacked, and he sets that trap for Sasuke. He literally falls out of it, out of fucking, like, he just fucked. Like, he just hold right there. So it's just like, I don't know where people get that speed from, especially considering that we know the teleportation in the series and in the manga was like bare minimum light speed. And we know Naruto blitzing the Raikage was basically light speed. Like, at that point, he was light speed. Like, that was one of the biggest moments in Naruto, because that was the point where Naruto actually hit light speed feats. Like, I don't know. never heard. That's a crazy thing that people are saying there.
I mean, yeah, people say it all the time. Like if you especially if you debate One Piece versus Naruto, if you do that in like any Reddit forum, the first thing people will say is like, well, Haku's light speed, that means Kid Naruto, Sasuke are light speed, and then they all get 100 times faster than that, like throughout the story. That's like, I see that all the time, but I just don't.
Yeah, I feel like
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like the thing is too, right? Like in most series, like in One Piece, right? Like it's fine if you said that just using the data books, I guess. But the problem is for me is that there's stuff in the story that like contradicts that idea. Like the whole like the Kirin thing, where it's like, oh, it's undodgeable. It's the speed of lightning, and it's undodgeable for like Itachi, who's like a top 20 character or something in the series. And then like that other scene with that I mentioned before, with like they had to basically almost kill themselves to get somewhere at light speed.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I agree with that too. I mean, I actually think like, I think the actual interpretation for the story is like, I don't know if I said like a medium ball for it. I think like Kakashi is like faster than lightning at the start of the series and then gets stronger. Maybe with Mangekyo Sharingan, he's like relative to Raikage can react to those guys, and like Raikage, Killer Bee, Minato, KCM1 Naruto, maybe all of those guys are like relative to light. And then you have the final like god shinobi like Madara, Hashirama, and like the god ninjas like Kaguya, all those dudes, Ten Tails people, all of them are like a little bit faster than light. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know though, because there's just so many weird contradictions. And yeah, and like then this scene here, we have Kakashi in the 4th Great Ninja War getting speed blitzed by Haku again, and this is Haku who's not at full power too. So
What chapter is that?
I don't know this exact chapter. I found it earlier. I could Google, if you just Google like Kakashi versus Seven Swords.
Also, though, it's like really, I think it's like you only get all that lightning speed and stuff. Really, the one thing you have is like Kakashi, and even that's like technically that's alleged. Like we never see that. It's just something people said happened, and Kakashi himself isn't like, yeah, I did that. He's just like, I'm pretty sure he either said nothing or he was just like somewhere else because like Guy said it. So it's like theoretically he didn't even do that. But I mean, if you take it as like he did do that and that's how fast he is, then like, you know, that's really all you have to go off of from like statements in the series that someone could be that fast. And even then, I feel like that would be contradicted by the later statement of like, okay, but you can't dodge lightning even if you're Itachi, who would like beat Kakashi's ass.
Yeah.
Okay, no. So the issue with the Itachi thing is why you can't bring up points like that is because Itachi is sick and he's dying. He's the only like what you gotta understand about, and I agree. Data books to me, so I do not use them. They are hyperbolic as fuck. The creator glazed so many characters in there to such a high. Like for example, I talked about this in the last debate. We have Lilos on his last thing. They literally called Kakashi omnipotent. I shit you not. They literally like they'll upscale stuff like that and they'll make hyperbolic statements like that all the time, and there's no need to do that because I don't think the character or the writer of Naruto actually knew physics. Like I don't think he actually knew what he was doing for the most part. You get what I'm saying? And as for the Kakashi statement, like him saying the Kirin is undodgeable, that's not the case. Just for that specific scene, him saying that, right, and bringing up the Itachi thing, Itachi's sick and dying. He's literally on death's door. I shit you not. Like,
yeah,
but that's
the thing is, like, he said that in the context of like anybody. Like, it wouldn't theoretically have mattered if like Madara was standing there about to get hit by the Kirin. He would still be like, yeah, no one can dodge that. Like anyone on the planet.
Yeah, Ryu, because that scene's not from the data books. That's in the manga. I have that one on screen right now. And like the reason it gets weird with the scaling is because Sasuke had been fighting Itachi that whole time, so like he should have an idea of like how fast Itachi is, and then even like sick dying Itachi was still like a lot stronger than Kakashi anyway, and then he says like this Kirin ability like it can't be dodged, so yeah, that does get kind of weird. But
Yeah, so
maybe
my issue.
maybe well, just one last thing. Maybe you could say like Sasuke thinks that this near death version of Itachi can't dodge it, but maybe a healthy one could. Maybe something like that.
Yeah, that's what I would say, because like the issue with the Itachi statement is when people bring up Itachi, and they bring up this fight for Sasuke a lot of the times, but people gotta understand. And don't get me wrong, I'm one of the biggest Itachi graders. I low key think if he was in a war, he's fucking with Madara. I'm not gonna lie to you, hand to hand, all that shit. He's really like that. But he was sick and dying. So when Itachi had brought that statement up, and I actually see the statement that you brought up, that was still in Kakashi, until in the Itachi fight. The nigga's just like, I think what the creator does is he'll glaze certain things, like when like, and it's sometimes Sasuke would, I think Sasuke overestimates, I think that's based on his character, he overestimates his skill in the things that he does. Saying that the killing is undodgeable would be Sasuke glazing himself. I think that's what that was, because that's low-key his personality trait. He does that a lot in this series. You know what I'm saying? He did a similar thing when he like knocked Naruto's hand into the thing, and then he made like a little dent in the what was it called? In the water tank, and then he went behind the water tank, and Naruto will never be on my level, and then he sees Naruto start seeing a blast right through the back of it and made a bigger hole than what he could ever do. You get what I'm saying? And he overestimates his abilities. I think that's what that was. I think he just overestimated, because he doesn't actually understand how seriously insane the difference is between him and Itachi actually is. And you'll see later on in the series, he starts to crash out, where he starts to think, oh, I can just fight Kakashi. You're still not on Kakashi's level at this point in time in the series.
So, I mean, I'd say, you mean post time skip Sasuke? I think post time skip Sasuke like beats the sleeves off of Kakashi actually.
No, I'm talking about the one. I'm talking about the one where he is. I'm talking about the one where right after he got done with the Itachi fight, and then he was sitting there. He beat Danzo. Right after he got done with it, he's not beating Kakashi.
Oh, I think he is for sure. I think he is for sure. But because like the stuff that he was pulling off, Kakashi couldn't pull that off. Like you couldn't take Kakashi, put him in the 5 Kage summit, have him box the Raikage, have him box like multiple 5 Kage, and like survive all that.
But yeah, so he has like that. I don't think that's like a skill issue for him. I think it's more of in a sense where the only reason Sasuke survived and nobody ever wanted to talk about this is because he has a Susanoo, my guy. He literally had Amaterasu flames that can teleport instantaneously on top of his body. He literally can make the flames tangible, physical, right? So the Raikage literally hit him through his Susanoo and damn near killed him. When nobody talks about that, they bring up these points about Sasuke and the Raikage, but the issue is Sasuke had a Susanoo. Anybody with a Susanoo. If Kakashi had his Susanoo, he would have did better than he did with that Susanoo. I guarantee you that.
But like Kakashi doesn't have a Susanoo though. So like that's why I'm saying I don't think Sasuke will win. But that I mean I don't think Kakashi will win that. But that's a different debate. I just think like the big thing with the speed scaling in Naruto is like people want you to use the data books, but then when you use them, they like contradict themselves because I don't know. I mean. So one way you can make sense of the data books is if you say Haku can go the speed of light, but was just holding back every time Naruto and Sasuke reacted to Haku. So basically, like Haku being the speed of light means nothing then because no one could react to full power Haku. Then like the next time you see light speed would be Raikage, Killer Bee, and like KCM1 Naruto.
Yeah, I mean, like, I will also say about like the B thing. Maybe when B's in his normal human form, because remember he has QB cloak form, so he can amp up his power multiple times. That specific cloak is probably just like almost light speed, but just not there. So you can say that's another thing to make the data books make sense. But I don't use the data books because the data books are very hyperbolic. Like I'm talking about glaze. So like I would rather just go off of what the manga's doing instead, because the manga is actually consistent for the most part. Haku is probably one of if not the strongest characters in the entire series. Same thing for Kimimaro. Right? The whole point of Naruto in them in the first place was that these younger versions like Haku, Naruto, Sasuke, they're on another level to their predecessors, right? Like Naruto has so much goddamn chakra as an Uzumaki that he could take half the nine tails of him as a kid, as a baby. He would be stupid if he actually got trained right? Sasuke is an absolute prodigy, probably one of the best prodigies in the show. Same thing for Neji. You get what I'm saying? Like these dudes, these kids are on a whole nother level than their previous people were on, like completely.
I mean, I think what I'll start doing is doing Naruto versus battle debates. If I get more knowledgeable on the series, I think that they would be fun debates to have. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think like maybe a medium ball interpretation. If you're using the data books, it would be like Haku being speed of light doesn't matter because Haku's holding back against Kid Naruto and Sasuke. There is another statement, but like another early level light speed thing. There's a translation in the data books that says that the Anbu Black Ops are as fast as light, but I've seen other things that say that that's just a mistranslation by fans, and the actual kanji just says that they're the speed of lightning, and then that the Viz, and it says that Viz doesn't translate it to light either. So the Anbu are actually speed of lightning. And wait, let me look at the chat because people were saying something about Sasuke.
Yeah, the Anbu would definitely be more speed of lightning for the Anbu would be a lot more accurate. I ain't gonna lie to you. Them being the speed of light, they'll be some of the strongest characters in the series. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like they can actually be useful in the war because a lot of characters in the war weren't the speed of light. Like that's just what it was.
And we also get this statement where it says that the Raikage's reaction speed is on par with the Yellow Flash. This is said by this is said by like one of the Raikage's like team members. So maybe this is just like glaze.
Yeah, so I don't think that's glaze for him specifically. He's a very smart character. I forgot his name, but I like his character. But him saying that it's on par with him would make sense now, considering that the Raikage probably trained over time to get to the point of Minato, which just shows how strong Minato really was back then. Which is also crazy because Minato went in mid-teleport while he was running through a kunai into a wall, teleported right before it hit, and he was just doing crazy shit in the war versus the Raikage. So it's like him having the reaction time of Minato is actually insane. Because Minato has to teleport, and then right after the teleport, he has to, do the shits, like attack you after the fact. So getting right out of that warp system and then being able to like slice or cut somebody is pretty crazy. So that's nice.
But yeah, and this is him saying he's on par, but like the Raikage himself says that Minato's faster than him. And then another thing was someone was saying like the statements about Kirin being unavoidable were not said by Sasuke, but no, Sasuke does say it. Let me see. Yeah, Sasuke says this in the left panel here. He said, "It only lasts an instant, just like the Amaterasu. It cannot be blocked or evaded." So like, it might be what you said, Ryu, where you're saying Sasuke's just overestimating himself, but Sasuke thinks that like the Amaterasu and the speed of lightning are like both about the same according to this statement.
Yeah, which I find so weird. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, but like it's Glaze, and you should know it's Glaze. Like he didn't think the Amaterasu could be dodged. Remember when he went to go attack all the Hokages, the Raikage dodged it point blank. And it's instantaneous. Like, it literally appears wherever he's looking at. So the fact that the Raikage dodged it, Sasuke's like, oh my god, this nigga just dodged the Amaterasu. That's fucking crazy. It is just like, my dude. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, like, he glazes up. I feel like Sasuke is one of those characters who glazes himself up so much for everything that he does. He actually doesn't understand. It's not insane. Like, when he used the Kidding, he didn't think Itachi was going to block that. There's nothing he can do. He popped a full Susanoo before you even hit it. Do you know how insane that is?
Well, and
like,
something else.
But he underestimates everybody around him to such a hyper degree that he thinks that he's just that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Well, also,
he's just that guy.
I mean, Itachi does react to it too. So, Itachi puts up the Susanoo before it hits him, but like he doesn't try to dodge it though. So it's like technically, but no, he said it can't be blocked or evaded. So he was just wrong because like Itachi does just block it with the Susanoo. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
And you know another thing you can say too, Lilos, too? You can also say too, remember, he never used a Kidding in the war. If it was such an OP move, you had the time to do so in the war. you literally stood around for a good minute. He had the time to use it. He didn't use it versus Madara. He never used that move ever again after that point in time in the series. If it was such an amazing, unavoidable move, why not use it versus these high-tier characters? Because the reality is, it's really not that fast. You're just blazing up how OP you think the move is.
Well, and I mean, I would just then say, like, his other moves just got stronger than the Kirin was. Because he's, like, getting stronger as the war goes on, too. But yeah, I mean, I would like to hear people who, I would like to hear, like, an explanation for people who say, like, Kid Naruto and Sasuke are the speed of light and everyone else is, like, hundreds of times that speed. I want to hear an explanation for, like, how that actually makes sense, because a lot of people say that, like, a lot, that's like that's a common debate point for Naruto. So it's like, I just don't see how that makes sense, though, because if everyone was hundreds of times faster than light, then I don't understand why the Databooks would say that the Lariat is, like, approaching light speed, and that, like, Minato is, like, relative to the Raikage. I don't know why any of that would be there.
Yeah, this is like a weird argument, but technically, if you wanted to make, like, you know how people will say, like, just now we were saying, like, Databook statements are hyperbolic? If you wanted to make, like, a rat-like argument, you could be like, well, in the Haku statement, it actually said literal light speed movement. So every other time is just a metaphor to express how fast it is, but that time it was literal. So actually, all the other ones are even faster. Like, I guess you could say that, theoretically.
Yeah. To me, like, the Databooks, to me, is just not a viable source. Like, it's just not. It's just like it's like when you see stuff happen in the series, like, you see things like Naruto dodging a light fang in point blank range, which is really fast, right? He's probably multiple times light speed at that point, based on how far away he is from it. But this is a Naruto with the QB cloak too, and he has. He's also Sage mode, and he has the Sage of 6 pass. Come on now, you get what I'm saying? Like, you're not telling me that Sasuke's nowhere near close. You're not telling me that Tomoe Sasuke is running the war and putting hands on people, bro. Like, come on now.
Well, I've also seen other people, like, I've seen people who tried to say that even the Light Fang isn't light speed because Madara, like, swipes at him with it. It's, like, different than if he, like, looked straight at Naruto and just shot it forward. It's kind of like Naruto ducked under, like, a limbo bar, which is different than him shooting it directly at Naruto's face and then Naruto jumping out of the way. I've seen that argument too. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I find that really weird because it's kind of just blatantly stated that is just it's an actual light beam that you're seeing. Just because a light beam tangible don't mean it still don't move at that speed. It just means that he just moves at that speed with the light beam itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, him making it tangible don't make it not light speed. Like, it just doesn't, like, him being able to sling that shit at you doesn't make it not light speed. Like, if I have a light whip, right, and I'm whipping a light whip at you, it's not that the light speed, it's not that it's still not moving at light speed. It's not moving at the speed of lightning, but it's a light whip. You know? It's just like, I could just be moving that fast with that beam. Yeah. Basically like that.
I think, like, the argument people are trying to make is, like, Naruto's more just, like, dodging the speed of Madara turning his head rather than dodging the actual light itself. But I don't know, it's kind of a weird.
You need to look at, you know, that if you think about it, that scene is weird. I gotta, like, look back at it. Like, why did he even do that? Because, wouldn't you just look at him and then shoot the attack? Like, why would you try to make it like a limbo thing anyway? Like, surely it would have been faster, no matter what speed it is, to just shoot it at him.
Yeah, true.
I think he thought that because he thought Naruto was gonna dodge regardless, because he kind of understood. Because, like my issue with these characters, like, the reason I don't argue too much on certain points like that, this nigga's a tactical genius when it comes to combat. So if he feels like he has to turn that shit because he thinks Naruto's gonna dodge, Naruto just outthought him at that moment and just turned in a direction he didn't want to, which is fine. And then it also, it's for him using, like, a limbo thing with it. I'm not gonna lie, he was using so many limbo clones at that point. I don't know why he was still using them at that point. I think they were still fucking later on in the series.
No, we don't mean, like, limbo clones. We mean, like, the game Limbo that you, like, duck under a bar. Like, yeah. We don't mean, like,
he like swings it at him, and, like, Naruto, like, ducks under it. But it's like, why wouldn't you just shoot it, like, at his face? Like, surely that would have been better.
Yeah, maybe he thought Naruto was gonna like dodge it out the way, so maybe he tried to like do a weird move, right, where he just tried to like swing it at him. But I'm like, bro, just shoot a bunch of them, my dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that would have been like a smarter decision. I'm not gonna lie, but like, I don't know why he did that. Like, I'm assuming he just thought that if Naruto just dodges out the way, he's gonna get attacked. So instead, he was just gonna like make a little beam out of it and swing it. Like,
So people in the chat are saying in the anime, Naruto dodges it and then Madara swings the light to track him. So,
did that happen in the manga too?
well, in the manga, it's just like this panel. So,
What chapter is that actually? I'm gonna look it up if you don't know.
yeah, I don't know the exact chapter number. Probably somewhere in the like 680s.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm seeing in the chat, Andre said the lariat isn't Raikage's fastest speed. He can move faster than his lariat using body flicker. Is that true?
Yeah, his
Yeah,
body
I think
flicker,
they-
yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that?
I think, by the way, with that like Amaterasu scene, I think you could argue what happened there is he dodged it because like Sasuke shot it at an after image. Like he like basically, you know, it's like if you tried to punch Goku's after image, like you wouldn't hit anything. It's like the same thing, I guess. Like even if it's an attack that always hits whatever it's looking at, if it's looking at like basically empty space, it's not going to hit the empty space.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it
that's
just
what's happening because like other times the Amaterasu just straight up like phases through stuff. Like Sasuke's frozen in ice against Kaguya, and it just like phases through the ice and hits Kaguya without affecting the ice.
It seems like whatever he looks at, he can just put it on top of that. And I ain't gonna lie to you, the Raikage low-key a hope, because when he dodged out the way, that soldier so happened to be behind his after image, so Sasuke saw the after image, but then his eyes instantaneously saw the soldier, so the soldier got hit. That shit was ass. So
I mean,
it was
I
just
don't,
like,
I don't think it's actually. I think this scene is here to show the Raikage speed. I don't think it's an after image. I think it's actually Raikage just dodging the Amaterasu. But
the
yeah,
soldier just ended up being behind him.
yeah. I mean, I think overall, it's hard to like scale the speed in this verse. But if we like, is there proof that the lariat isn't his max speed? Because like when he's fighting against Naruto, do I have the panel? No, I went to a different one. Like he does his fastest punch to Naruto and it looks like the lariat, but he straight up says like that was his fastest punch. And it's this right here.
The issue with that is because it's a move that you're physically moving and swinging at your target, right? When he puts on his cloak, that lariat will become faster over time. That's why I say when it said that the lariat is barely light speed for, and it wasn't the Raikage they said it for, it was actually for Killer B, right? So that's why I say if Killer B and Raikage uses a lariat, right, because it's a physical move where they're running at you and just chopping you in the neck with their arm, right? If they're using it in their base form, it's probably not as fast as if they put on 2 lightning cloaks and in a full beast mode, a beast cloak, where their speed and physical gets amped, and now they're moving at a completely different speed level than they were on a physical base. They're literally getting a physical boost from the chakra.
No, that doesn't make sense because the data book it shows Killer B in the cloak and it shows Raikage in the cloak. So they're not talking about base form. Like when it says that the lariat is almost the speed of light, it shows Killer B in his cloak, and then it shows the Raikage in his lightning cloak too.
Wait, go to it. Are you on it on your stream right now?
Yeah, I'm on it right now.
Okay, let me look at it real quick. Oh, go ahead, Icarus. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, hold on a second. I had Icarus on mute because it had a bunch of background noise. Let me take him off mute.
Sorry. Do you think that that Naruto is kind of like JJK, where light speed, or where in Naruto lightning speed is kind of the default, but don't you think that like it might be like JJK, where lightning speed is actually light speed, like that Kishimoto is kind of downscaling his verse in some ways, like
I think well, I honestly think that like the speed scaling is a bit, if you use the data books, it doesn't really make sense. But if you don't use the data books, then I think like Minato's light speed. Maybe, I don't know. It gets hard to say who's actually light speed if you don't use the data books.
Well, like Minato is literally teleporting at, like, he's the yellow flash, you know, like, he is literally teleporting at what is probably, and, like, you know, I'm saying probably, he's probably teleporting at light speed, whereas everyone else, at least, like, the Raikage is moving at, like, lightning speed, and, like, Sasuke and Naruto, like, peak Naruto is like, maybe you can make the argument that, like, peak Naruto and Madara and Sasuke are moving at light speed, but, like, before that, like, you know, like, before they're at their peak, you would just say, like, they're at lightning speed, but, like, I would make the argument that, like, Kishimoto is kind of downscaling his verse just because he doesn't know, like, the difference between lightning and light speed.
So, I mean, another thing I would say is, I think the only one who's actually teleporting are, like, would be Minato and, like, people with the Rinnegan who can, like, teleport with the Rinnegan. Everyone else, I think, is just actually traveling a distance because, like, a teleportation is instant. Like, you're getting somewhere in 0 seconds. You're just, like, here one moment and you're at a different place the next moment. That's not like, it doesn't, it's not the speed of light. It's like you're actually just instantly somewhere else. I think, go ahead.
As early as the beginning of Shippuden, Naruto is reacting to Kamui, which is a space-time jutsu.
Yeah, and the speed of Kamui. Well, who dodges Kamui?
I mean, they're not dodging it, but they're reacting to it in a way. Like the second they're transported to a dimension, like, you know, he's on his shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, like, if someone's not,
like, caught off guard, you know, it's not like, oh, like, what the hell just happened? Like, he's like, you know, he's on it.
Well, I think the Kamui, it might just travel at, like, the same speed as the Amaterasu because they're both, like, eye jutsus, but it's hard to tell.
I mean, Kamui, the way Kamui works, though, is, like, it literally just rips a hole in space and, like, sucks things into the other dimension. But the thing is, what you'd be reacting to is, like, how fast it sucks things. Like Madara gets dodged by Obito and Kakashi working together to suck themselves into the Kamui dimension really fast. Yeah, like, there's a speed to it. It's not like you just instantly pop into the Kamui dimension. Like, it takes time.
I mean, how fast does it take to, like, pop into that dimension, though? And it's not, you know, and it's not like they're, like, you know, taking seconds to react. It's kind of instant.
Yeah, you know, I'm seeing. I'm seeing in the chat, Cynical says teleportation isn't speed at all. Yeah, that's actually a point I wanted to make. So, like, if you lowball the verse, you can say Minato's not even the speed of light. You could just say, like, he teleports, and, like, his teleportation is what makes people call him the Yellow Flash, but it's really just him teleporting places, and then his actual reaction speed
is faster than the Raikage, though. That is, like, a statement that is factual in the verse.
Yeah, and they can still...
Which means that teleportation is instantaneous.
Yeah, and...
Probably.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, like, they can both... So, okay, the teleportation speed, like, isn't what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like, Minato's ability to fight and, like, dodge things and react to things might not be light speed if you're lowballing the verse. Like, because the difference between lightning to light speed, it's, like, over a 2,000 times difference. And then, so you could say something like this. You could say the Raikage is like 100 times faster than lightning. Like 100 times faster than the Kakashi who chopped a lightning bolt. And Minato's like 200 times faster than that. And they're still not the speed of light. Yeah, they would still not be the speed of light.
But if he's reacting to that, why wouldn't he be faster?
Reacting to what?
All you have to do is make a hand sign, if that.
Reacting to what?
No, just not even reacting. Literally, like, if the Raikage moves so fast and, that the, flying Raijin is faster, which is factual, like, isn't him just making a hand sign, like, 10 times faster at the very least? Like, rollerball 10 times faster. Because literally all he has to do to teleport to, use flying Raijin is literally just make a hand seal. And then that's it.
Here's the thing is, I don't think he needs to even make a hand seal. He can just kind of do it. Like, he just kind of wills it and then he teleports. I don't think he even does anything with his hands.
How it works.
I'm saying him using a hand seal is the rollerball. So, like, at a rollerball, he's 10 times faster than,
Than the Raikage, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like, so let's. I mean, what I'm saying is, you can have Minato be like massively faster than the Raikage, and you can have the Raikage be like 100 times faster than Kakashi. These are just like numbers I'm randomly making up. And they're still both slower than light. You can make arguments like that, and like what would back that up would be like statements like Sasuke saying that the Kirin can't be dodged. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it gets weird though. I don't really understand why Sasuke would think that Kirin is a fast jutsu if Kakashi's chopping lightning bolts at before part 1 Naruto. I don't understand.
So the issue with that is you can use chakra to boost the attributes of how fast things move in the series. You can literally do that. So when he says that jutsu, like for example, later on in the series, he should be able to take his Kirin, right, add more chakra in it to make it manipulate it to move even faster than it already is. You can do that with other jutsus too.
But that doesn't.
We already established that Haku was moving at the speed of light already.
No, what?
At least.
Hold on a second. Hold on. What I'm saying is, it doesn't make. If Kirin's faster than lightning, why doesn't Sasuke say that? Why doesn't Zetsu say that? Like, they're both just like, oh, I'm just guiding lightning down from the sky, and then.
Why would I have to?
Because Haku already established the speed of light earlier in the series. Why do we need to establish that twice?
Well, what I'm saying is,
what he's asking is why did Kakashi or Sasuke and Zetsu not say this lightning Kirin is moving at the speed of light or lightning itself? It's just like the issue with that, right? Is we already know that it's lightning, so we know it's moving at light. It's like I think if I'm not mistaken, how it's explained is like he heats up the air, creates like clouds and rain and stuff like that, and then it's lightning, and then he uses the chakra to actually manipulate the actual lightning that's in the clouds. So it's just actual lightning that he's manipulating with his chakra.
No, wait, hold on. What I'm saying is, why? This is another thing that just doesn't really make sense with the speed scaling. It's like, why is Sasuke saying that Kirin is this like super fast, unavoidable jutsu when he's just guiding down lightning from the sky? Meanwhile, we know before part 1 even started, Kakashi already chopped a lightning bolt. Why is Sasuke saying this is fast?
Do you agree or not agree that Haku has a light speed feat or not?
I mean, yeah, we could say that. Yeah, in the Databooks, yeah.
So 100 chapters later, why does Sasuke need to inform the audience that he's doing a light speed feat when we've already seen a light speed feat in a fight that he was in as a fodder character, 100 chapters earlier?
Okay, well,
when now a top tier character.
Well, actually, yeah, we could.
The issue is just that it's like, if it was just like, oh, we infer it because earlier it said that it was light speed in the data books, that would be fine. But it's the fact that Sasuke and Zetsu are both yeah, that is lightning. It's literally just lightning, and it moves at the speed of lightning, so it's undodgeable because it's lightning. Like, that's sort of the issue with
The
it.
thing is, it's not lightning though. It's literally light speed, and we hear this in the manga. Like, this isn't a data book feat. This is literally a manga feat.
Where,
That we see both
but
in the
I
manga
I
and
have,
the
like-
anime. We literally see and hear this in the manga as early as like chapter like 56 or something, like early as hell.
wait, so hold on. We can talk about that.
And
That's
we're
a,
talking about like chapter like 200 Sasuke. Like,
okay. Yeah, we let,
it should be inferred that Naruto characters, 150 chapters later, are surpassing light speed. Like, that should just be obvious.
okay. Yeah, hold on a second, Icarus.
If Haku is surpassing light speed, there is no reason to doubt that, chapter 200 and something Sasuke isn't surpassing that.
Hold on a
that
sec.
just doesn't make sense to me.
Hold on a second, Icarus. Yeah, Ryu. See, I told you this is a common stance. I told you people say this all the
Yeah,
time.
that's
So like, well, so Icarus, like, this is what we were talking about earlier, and you might be right, honestly. And I would like to hear like a bit more of your stance on this because I don't think it's crazy. I don't think that. I just want to actually understand like your stance on this more because I think there's a contradiction with it. Like if Haku, so if we agree that, let's use the data books, right, and say Haku's the speed of light, and then we see Kid, Naruto, and Sasuke are reacting to him. Mind you, it's two Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke like reacting to Haku's attacks.
Yeah.
If that's light speed, why is it that the data books say that Killer Bee's lariat is almost the speed of light, and then it says Kirin is the speed of light, it says the Raikage is the speed of light, and it says the Raikage is relative to Minato. What that would mean is Kid Sasuke with two Tomoe Sharingan would be faster than Databook Killer Bee, Databook Raikage, Databook Minato.
Well, okay. Excuse my language, but I really do not give a shit about the data books. Like, my Naruto knowledge is just the manga and the anime, so the data books just do not matter to me. And, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just like view Haku moving at light speed from the manga saying that Haku is like doing a jutsu that's part of teleportation?
Yeah. Pretty much. And I would say, like, Kamui, Amaterasu, and yeah, pretty much any, like, space-time jutsu is light speed, if not faster.
Yeah, I just think that's a hard sell though, because like the Raikage's ability is called teleportation speed as well, and he's just like amping himself with lightning. And then like Haku's ability says it's part of the art of teleportation.
Both the times they're using art of teleportation there, the actual kanji being used is the art of body flicker.
Body flicker?
Yeah.
So oh bless you.
Jutsu, that's the...
So that's actually a good point. So body flicker, that's just like one of their techniques, right?
Yeah, I think, like, basically, in the English manga, I guess it's translated as, like, the art of teleportation, but in the Japanese, it's just called the body flicker, and that's, like, the thing they do where it's like their travel jutsu. Like, they normally use it to travel. Like, people don't usually use it in combat. But when people use it in combat, it, like, makes them way faster. Like, that's what the Raikage did against Sasuke.
Yeah, so I mean, you could just argue all of these like arts of teleportation are all just the speed of lightning. Like all of them except Minato, who seems to be actually instantly going from one place to another, because like for example, if they were really teleporting, then you wouldn't be able to grab them mid teleportation. That would be impossible. They would just like that would be like someone, let's say Goku's trying to instant transmission to another place, and like before Goku gets there, you grab him midway. That's impossible because he's supposed to just instantly appear there. So It's like all of these things that are like quote unquote teleportation are not actually teleportation except for Minato's or the Rinnegan people.
Yeah, so real quick too, to argue on the Minato point, 'cause I know I'm gonna let y'all go continue after this, but I know y'all talked about this earlier. The Raikage when he was younger, he probably wasn't as fast as he is now. Probably like a couple hundred times the speed is lightning, whatever the case may be. Minato actually completely blitzes him, right? As point blank in his nose, and I actually sent this in the Discord. If you want to know the chapter, Lilos, it's chapter 542. It's the secret origin of the ultimate tag team, and then you'll see Minato throw a kunai while the Raikage is touching his nose with both his cloaks on at full speed while using body flicker.
Yeah, I think I had that panel. I think I had that one, and
that's an insane speed feat for just Minato, because like, that's the Minato, because actually Lilos a few years ago, probably I ain't gonna lie, like 6-8 years ago, somebody actually had to debunk that Minato himself, right, is just teleporting. Like his kunais, when he uses it, that's what's allowing him to teleport across the map, right? So people argue that Minato's not as fast as people make him seem out to be, right? The issue with that, right, is that I'm glad a YouTuber brought up this scene. You know, I don't watch him no more, but he brought up this scene where Minato literally throws a kunai at a full speed Raikage past him and then proceeds to teleport.
No, that's a good
insane.
point.
He's not only reacting, but he's actually like physically throwing a kunai faster than the Raikage can react. And then the Kage say, "How did my top speed," which is crazy.
No, that's a good point. So yeah, that does show that he has really fast reaction speed.
Do you think that lightning speed is faster than teleportation?
No.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
I mean, the teleportation, here's the thing, like, when people say teleportation, like, if they say the art of teleportation or whatever, they're talking about specifically just the body flicker, which is really just a thing that amps your, like, movement speed. But, like, other things that teleport you are, like, an entirely different thing, like the Flying Thunder God is, like, an actual teleportation jutsu, as in it literally teleports you, like, it takes you from point A to point B instantly.
I mean, if you really think about it, like, just the straight body flicker, right, from not even going from point A to point B, but, like, the disappearance from going from point A, disappearing and going to point B, like going from point A disappearing, that is faster than light speed, like logically.
Yeah, it's just instant.
How you can deny that?
But hold on, one second, guys.
Explain this real quick.
Hold on, 1 second. Someone in the
Please.
chat said, "How is lightning fast if Kakashi can cut it while he's sick and a teenager?" Yeah, I mean that's something I don't know either. Like, why is Sasuke saying Kirin is fast if he himself is just saying he's guiding lightning down?
I mean, that's like it's like the Kakashi thing, though, still like...
So real quick, when he uses his kitty, he's not only just guiding the lightning, he's actually manipulating it, because he turns it into an actual dragon. He's using his chakra to manipulate. That's why I say in Naruto, you can manipulate your chakra to make attacks faster and also make yourself way faster. The Raikage uses his cloak. It's clearly lightning, but you can stack lightning. You can multiply lightning by yourself multiple times to the point where he gets to that light speed level.
But I mean,
Sasuke thought that he had enough chakra to manipulate it and make it fast and strong enough to blitz somebody, but he didn't know the difference between you and these characters' speed and strength tiers are so fucking astronomically different that it's just not like that.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, Zetsu himself is still saying lightning is fast. That's why it can't be dodged. Like, Zetsu's like, oh, just as I thought. That's why it can't be dodged. It's because the speed of lightning is 1/1000th.
You think that's just Kishimoto not knowing the difference between lightning and light speed?
Because Kishimoto at the start of the series says Kakashi chopped a lightning bolt, but then he's having Zetsu say like, oh, no one can dodge that, even though Zetsu's supposed to be super knowledgeable of the whole verse. So I just think it's just something weird going on. I don't know. If I were to give an actual answer,
in my opinion, like
Again, like
I think that the speed feats in Naruto is even worse, like even more inconsistent than they are in JJK and Gege. Like it's just the speed feats in Naruto just don't really make sense. Like I think it makes more sense if you think of lightning as light speed.
Well,
Just because of how like weird and inconsistent it is. Like it makes more sense if you scale it up in that way. Just because of
if I'm being honest, I think what Ryu is saying makes sense, that this Kirin's actually faster than lightning because like Sasuke's manipulating it, but that doesn't change like that Zetsu thinks that it's. Oh wait, what?
The Kakashi thing. I keep bringing this up, but the Kakashi thing was a rumor. Like that was never shown. That was never confirmed that even happened. It's just like people said, because the whole thing is they said his Chidori became the Raikiri by him like cutting a lightning bolt, which really doesn't even make sense. Like that sounds like mythology or something. Like he cut a lightning bolt, and then his jutsu leveled up.
My pet theory that I need to do more research on is what guy actually says is Raikiri, and then in more quotations, cut through the lightning. Its factual name is its origin. So he missays the name after saying the name again. So I think what's going on in that scene is he's hearing the name Lightning Cutter, and instead of think the actual meaning of the name, just a blade made of lightning, he's hearing through the lightning.
If you're talking about Chidori, the actual name is like 1,000 chirping birds.
No, Raikiri is its own jutsu.
Oh, Raikiri. Yeah, Raikiri is different. Yeah.
Well, isn't it just the exact same thing? Isn't it just the same thing?
A blade and lightning. And guy then changes that kanji in the actual, when he says the name, and he says it's cut through the lightning instead of lightning cutter. And so that's where the legend comes from, and all the data books refer to Kakashi cutting lightning as a legend.
I don't see how you can have a speed feat, like a light speed feat with Haku in the very beginning of the series, and then just have that never be surpassed without Kishimoto, like, not making a mistake. Like, in my own opinion, I really feel like it's like the JJK equivalent of just him not knowing what he's doing, and just him thinking that lightning speed is light speed. I feel like whenever we hear the word lightning speed, we should scale it up to light speed.
Or I mean, like, if you go with what Anna was saying, that if you could lowball the whole verse and make it so that like only the absolute upper echelon are light speed, and that might actually be like an accurate interpretation of the manga, to be honest.
This is also the series where we have Kaguya, like, I mean, okay, I know everyone, I'm sure all 5 of us here hate Kaguya and what she did to the end of the series, but like, she literally is a dimension killing being. Like, she was gonna fucking like slash the 4th dimension or whatever she was gonna do with her final attack. Like, how do you have Naruto and Sasuke killing a literal universal killing being and them being like leagues below light speed, and like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, logically it doesn't make sense unless you scale them up and say that Kishimoto is on some gay, you know, not really fully thought out, like, you know, like he's not fully planned out on, you know, like he just doesn't really know what he's doing with the speed and power scaling. Like, obviously, like, Naruto is a great series. Like, I won't deny that, but like, I just don't really think he like thought it all out in terms of, like the mathematics of the power scaling.
So I actually have another question. Do you guys think Darui's laser circus is light speed? The storm release laser.
That's the one I really draw the line on. And like literally nothing says it's light speed. It bends and it looks like plasma.
I would say it's not light speed, but it's close to it. It's like if light speed is 1.0, I would say Darui is like 8.5.
So here's like a counter argument to that. If Darui laser circus is light speed, that means so is Tamari's like just wind. Because I have this panel here on screen where this is Sasuke versus like he's at the 5 Kage summit, and you have Darui use his laser circus. You have Tamari like throw some wind. Oh, dude, Icarus, your audio's terrible, bro.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, let me mute myself.
Yeah. So you have the laser circus. You have Tamari throw some wind. You have Konkoro with his puppet, just like throwing a puppet. And they all attack Sasuke at the same time, and it like all collides at the same time. And Sasuke is able to react to that, like summon Susanoo before it hits him. So like, if you think the laser circus is light speed, then that means Sasuke with Mangekyo Sharingan is light speed as well. So is Tamari and Konkoro. So what do you guys think about that? And anyone have opinions on it?
My experience is Naruto fans usually just bite the bullet. Yep, all of them light speed.
Yeah, so I just don't know about it, because it's like, okay, if Tamari is the speed of light, then that means like Tamari's like like thousands of times faster than Kirin.
I mean, in my opinion,
I think that Kirin, like, I'm gonna say this again about Kirin, right? Is in my personal opinion, him just manipulating it, like he said, like, I think he can just put chakra into it and increase it. Because I was reading through this thing when he actually created it. When he did create it, all he did was create like an enormous nimbus cloud, and the chakra was, and then the lightning was so big, entire mountain and the mountains around it that he was on, and it was so much goddamn electricity to the point where it was just stacking on top of each other, and he could just charge it into one area and just launch it at you, right? Which is, I don't know how, I wouldn't even be able to calculate how much fucking energy this is, but like, my issue with the Kirin is I don't think it's that crazy of an attack. I just don't. Like, I understand that they was glazing it up, but like Zetsu was like, oh, he was glazing it like it didn't. Lilo's not wrong, because he was like, oh, it's the speed of lightning is like 1 in 100,000 seconds. It's faster than sound, and then he was just like, that's why it can't be dodged and all this crazy stuff. And he's not wrong about that. But I think it's like for Zetsu, right? I think that's just like them. I think that's just them glazing a character. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's just him glazing some shit, because like he's been alive for a long time. You've literally seen aliens.
So I mean, well, so here's the thing. Like, do you guys?
Literally, we see Kirin in the manga when Sasuke fights Itachi once. Like, we see that attack once.
Well, he uses it. He uses it against Naruto too, though, right?
Some clouds, and then he like drops Kirin on him as like kind of like a final, not a final attack, but like it's like his second to last attack.
It was a final attack.
Here, hold on a second, guys. So like here's the question. Like, do you think Tamari is faster than Kirin just with a casual swing? And not just fat. Hold up.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, hold up. Let me finish what I'm saying. The difference between light speed and the speed of lightning is 2,000 times, right? So
yes,
what?
Yes, obviously.
Here, hold on.
Obviously, the speed of light is faster than lightning.
Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying. So, do you guys really think Tamari with a casual swing is thousands of times faster than Sasuke? Like, at one point, that was Sasuke's ultimate jutsu. So do you guys?
I Okay, first of all, Kieran is not that fast of an attack. Like, I think Kieran is, like, it maxes out at light speed, right? But I think it's, like, okay, if we were to say, like, if we were to put it in, like, the ballpark of lightning speed and light speed, like 1.0 and 2.0, I would say Kieran is like a 1.7, right?
Wait. Hold up. You're using the databooks? You're using the databooks to say that?
No, I'm just going based off of manga. Just like...
So the manga does not say that. The manga says it's the speed of lightning. It says it's thousands of times slower than what you're saying.
Okay, so we will say it's a 1.0.
So you're using the databooks then?
No, we will go off of the manga.
Then Kieran, here, let me hear what Anno thinks. Anno, what do you think about this? Are you still here? No, I don't know.
Anno left. Oh wait, I think Anno in here.
Am I here?
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, I can hear you. Yeah, Anno, let me hear what you think about this. Like, what's your thoughts on Tamari doing an attack that's like, it looks like it's about the same speed as the laser circus? Because the whole reason I brought this up is just to ask people, yo, Icarus, bro, your mic it spikes in quality, man. Okay, yeah. The whole reason I brought this up is just to question the claim of people saying that the laser circus is the speed of light, because we see Tamari throws a wind blast and it hits like Sasuke in the same panel as the laser circus. So, Anno, what do you think? Do you think the laser circus is actually light speed? It's a storm jutsu, by the way.
I don't really see why it would be, like, just because it's called laser circus is really the only reason why you would think that, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, here's the thing. I just think the fact that there's, like, story anti-feats for speed is, like, crazy to me. Like, the fact that it's literally like, no, in the story, he said you can't dodge lightning, and it's not even, like, a travel speed thing. It's, like, literally combat speed. In story, can't dodge it.
Yeah, so I would say the same thing. I'm gonna have to look at this a lot more because, like, again, it's a bunch of fucking energy. And my assumption, right, is that because he's clearly manipulating it, he literally turns it into a dragon. Like, I don't know how to much say that more. I'd imagine that like, I don't know why he says that, acting like lightning is a big deal when we've seen characters do lightning feats the entire show since Kakashi's been a kid. I find that weird. Now maybe he's saying like, oh, because the Nimbus cloud is so goddamn big, there's multiple lightning bolts that are literally like going into each other, and maybe that's what he's saying. Because that's what it looks like is happening in the photo when you look at it. Is like all the lightning from the Nimbus cloud, which is like covering like the entire forest and the entire mountain that they're on, is literally all going into one spot. And I'm imagining all that's just building up speed. I'd imagine that'd be my imagination, because that's literally what's happening.
I don't think a bigger lightning bolt moves faster than a small one.
How can you agree with the fact that Haku has a light speed feat and you cannot?
So honestly, if you don't use the data books, I don't think Haku's light speed. If we are just using the manga, I think Haku might just be like dozens of times faster than lightning.
Or you could just say because her mirrors reflect light, it allows her to move that fast. That's probably why it's saying.
And even if you want to,
we're using the manga.
In story, you see Haku again in the
where in the manga did it ever say?
Super slow.
Like, okay, I'm
where
sorry.
in the manga did it ever say Haku was light speed though?
Literally in like chapter like 34. Literally, when she uses the mirrors, it says her attacks are light speed. Like, that is factual canon.
I don't remember that. I gotta see that. It's not in chapter 34.
I don't know, like, something like, I don't know, between like chapter like 32 to like 38.
The end of the fight is 28.
20, okay, 22 to 28, then.
So this is what I would say, right? For the Haku statement, I would say because mirrors can reflect light, I'd imagine that's probably why she would be moving at light speed. If you want to say she's moving at lightning, that's completely fine. I would have just imagined that because you're using actual mirrors and they're actually reflecting light, because she can reflect herself through those mirrors, she'd be moving at basically light speed herself. And that makes sense based on physics or whatever, right? As for this lightning thing with Sasuke, I'd imagine because all those lightning bolts are just coagulating in one spot like that, they're all charging. I imagine it's not actually moving at fucking lightning speed, right? He's seeing lightning, which is probably why he's saying it's the speed of lightning. But if it's multiple lightning bolts that's charging into each other, it's the same concept of when Raikage activates multiple cloaks on top of each other and it builds up speed. It's the same concept. I think this nigga, I don't know why he's saying it's the speed of light. That's so dumb when you see a lightning cloud that's the size of a forest coagulating in one spot. That makes no sense it is lightning, but it's clearly not lightning speed if it's multiple lightning bolts coagulating all up on each other. It's not like they're striking individually. You know
I don't think that's how it works. I mean, I don't think
you keep saying that it's coagulating. I don't think you know what that word means. But anyways, not sorry. But
well, no, hold on a second, guys. I don't think combining lightning bolts increases their speed, but yeah, I mean just a Haku.
Real quick. That's why I said I don't know. I was just making a statement. I said I do not.
No, it's fine.
Raikage doesn't coat himself in lightning. He coats himself in lightning release chakra.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that Naruto, like the speed feats in Naruto, they do not make sense.
Like, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with
Naruto,
you. But
when you like really think about it, like you have lightning feats, whereas they should be light speed feats.
Well, here's the other.
Raikage, the Raikage, for example, he says he moves at lightning speed, whereas it should be light speed. If you think that Haku moves at light speed, there's no way you should think that the Raikage moves at lightning speed rather than light speed.
You can like kind of make it make sense if you say Haku's like holding back the whole time and not going all out. That's one thing I've seen people say. But
why is this 12-year-old girl moving at lightning speed rather than peak, like literally like? Why is this 12-year-old girl moving at lightning speed rather than, fucking, like, adult level, light speed?
Just because Haku doesn't really want to kill Naruto and Sasuke, like that
literally makes no sense.
I mean, what I'm saying.
Why is this 12-year-old girl, on par with a fucking Jonin? Like, why?
Well, I'm just saying like the arguments I've heard from other people. But another thing I'm seeing people say is like they're saying the reason Haku's light speed is because Haku's transporting, like reflecting off the mirrors.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Icarus, hold on. Just pause for a second. So my counter to that though is Haku's clearly like not turning into light, because Naruto like grabs Haku. So if Haku was like actually turning into light, Naruto wouldn't be able to grab him.
Okay, you said you've heard this defense from other people. What is your own defense though?
For what?
Because you literally just said like 45 seconds ago that you heard this response from other people. What is your own response?
Wait, to what question? My response to what question?
I just said that if we take, okay, do you agree that Haku in the very beginning chapters of Naruto that she was having light speed feats?
No, I don't agree with that.
You you do not agree that Haku had light speed feats.
If we just use the manga, I'd argue Haku's just like dozens of times faster than lightning. And that's it.
Okay. Did you hear me earlier when I said that Kishimoto is kind of like Big A, where light speed is pretty much like lightning and light speed is pretty much the same thing?
I don't think they actually are.
Why not?
Just because like they're completely different elements. But wait, hold 1 second. Cynical in the chat, he said, "Isn't Haku 2D while in the mirror?" Yeah, Haku is 2D while in the mirror. But like Haku is not traveling in between the mirrors as an actual beam of light because
You literally...
Igri, hold up. Bro, hold up. I'm answering someone in the chat, bro. Hold on. So, yeah, what did he say? Yeah, okay. I was answering Cynical. He was like, isn't Haku two-dimensional while in the mirror? And, yeah, Haku is two-dimensional while in the mirror, but, like, while traveling in between mirrors, Naruto, like, grabs Haku. So, like, that shows you that Haku's not made of light while traveling to a mirror.
Chakra is literally...
Also, light doesn't work like that. Like, light doesn't...
Icarus, what are you doing, bro? Relax.
Into a mirror and then, like, enter the mirror world. Light just bounces off a mirror. So, like, Haku would never be in the mirrors. Haku would just be moving between them if Haku was literally light.
Chakra is also four-dimensional, like, if you see not the final chapter, but like with Kaguya, she is literally trying to destroy the fourth dimension, and like she's about to do that, right? Like that is undeniable, right? Like she is about to destroy the fourth dimension. Like this
That's
woman.
another argument.
Is it really though? Like it's still part of
I argue it.
It's
But,
still.
okay,
Is it
if
not?
we take the Databooks seriously, the Databooks seriously, I do think Haku is light speed.
Yeah, I think if you use the Databooks, yeah, Haku's light
Talking
speed.
about the Naruto manga, we're still talking about Kaguya and the fourth dimension, whereas she is about to like. Excuse my language, but she's about to fuck up the entire fourth dimension of like the English language. Like she is about to, like.
I think that's just an assumption.
Well, the whole thing with the Kaguya thing is that Kaguya...
Wait. How is that an assumption? Like, how is Kaguya not fucking up?
Well, wait, hold on.
And here's the whole thing with the Kaguya thing. What Kaguya does is Kaguya is gonna like destroy the dimension, which there's no way to tell really how big the dimension is other than it looks like there's stars and stuff. But the thing you gotta realize is it says Kaguya is gonna destroy like the space-time. That's because literally in the real world, space and time are like the same thing. So if Kaguya is destroying the whole space, then like by necessity, Kaguya is destroying the time too.
It doesn't even say space-time. It just says space-time.
Wait, hold on. Let's take a step. Let's take a step back. Yeah,
this is a different argument. This is a different argument.
Hold on. Yeah, this is.
Hey! What do you think space-time is?
Wait, hold on. What I'm saying is, why does that even matter? Why are you even talking about this? What does this have to do with speed feats at all?
Because it's a part of the story. Literally.
I mean,
you're saying, they have this insane feat, so it makes this other feat more reasonable?
Okay. Okay. What do you think the final arc of Kaguya is, if not, a speed and time feat? Like.
Well, I'm not seeing how it relates to speed. Because like, so we see.
If you're talking about Naruto speed feats, what is Kaguya's speed feat? Kaguya's surpassing space and time is 100 times faster than anything that Naruto and Sasuke could ever do, right? Can you agree with that?
See what the point of at talking about Kaguya is. Like we're like that's so like different than everything else we're discussing.
The fact that they beat them, and also
They didn't. They just sealed Kaguya.
Are
Okay,
you trying to say
even,
like Kagi has like irrelevant speed or something like that?
even if you say her speed is irrelevant, you could say Naruto and Sasuke have like say Kaguya is number one, right? And that Naruto and Sasuke combined is 0.25, right? The 25% of her speed and power, that still matters.
I mean, that's that's kind of a
Speed
completely.
and power rise, right? Like,
So okay, like you're bringing up Kaguya because you want to say Naruto is like relative to Kaguya? Is that what?
no, I'm not saying Naruto is relative to I'm not saying Naruto and Sasuke are relative to Kaguya. I'm saying they're like 50%. Like
That's
each of
that's
them
relative.
together
So
are
I mean
25%.
that's a completely different.
saying-
Hold on a second, man.
I'm saying
Hold on, Icarus. Hold on.
I'm saying each of them together are like 25%, right?
Hold on a second, bro. That's like, okay. So when it sounds like you're like saying Kaguya is super fast. I don't know why your mic dips in quality so bad, bro. Sometimes it's good, and then next second I'm just like hearing the highway, and like it sounds like you're like punching your microphone. Like the microphone quality goes up and down. I don't know what's happening, but
I don't know, man. Sorry.
it's all good. But what I'm saying is like scaling Naruto and Sasuke to Kaguya, that's like a completely different argument, right? Like we're talking about Haku and Darui's laser circus. I'm not sure why we're going all the way to end of series right now. And then
If we're talking about speed feats, why is Sasuke and Naruto so low on your power scaling? Like, what makes them so low on your scale?
just the fact that like they're like never dodging light ever until the very end of the story.
Doesn't that like go against literally like, okay, do you agree or do you not agree that they dodged Haku and literally like the very beginning of the story?
Yeah. And I'm saying Haku's probably just like dozens of times faster than lightning if we're just using the manga. But if we use the databooks, Haku's light speed. But another thing you can say is like just because Haku's light speed doesn't mean Haku's going all out.
Okay, but like why do you think that the very beginning of One Piece is so much different than like
You mean Naruto?
Yeah. Why do you think the very beginning, like, why do you think chapter, like, what is a Haku chapter, like, what
It's
is
like-
that? Like,
I'm
chapter
on it
20,
right now,
chapter
it's-
25?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what you're talking about with, One Piece, that's, like, chapter, like, 40,
You
chapter
Naruto?
50, 60, right?
Naruto, you mean?
No, I'm saying, why do you...
Do you want to like? You could take a second and like think about your points for a moment because I want to talk about this Haku stuff real quick.
Oh, no. So, chapter 60 of One Piece has...
Hold on, bro. We're not talking about One Piece right now. This is a stream, man. I'm trying to like talk about specific points, okay? So, like someone in the chat had asked earlier about like the Haku speed, and is Haku like the speed of light? Bro, Icarus, are you at an airport, bro? What is happening to your mic? It sounded like I heard an airplane taking off. Here, hold
Yeah, no.
Icarus, just hold on a second, bro, because there is like a
Sorry, bro.
there is like a whole point someone wanted us to discuss, and like we've been talking about Kaguya and like One Piece. Next thing we know, we're gonna be talking about like tic-tac-toe and like calculus. It's like I just want to stay focused on this one thing first, then we can move over to the other things. All right, so
Nah, you're good. I'm actually chilling in fucking Tampa right now.
no, it's all good. You don't have to say it.
Night, bro. I'm fucking like in the middle of a hurricane, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. Here, I'm just gonna mute you for a second, bro.
Chat mentioned the translation of the Databook, which is a good transition to. I did a translation of this very Databook scan. I put it in chat. You want to scroll up? And the dude in chat is right. It says under specific circumstances, the speed of light, and it's when Haku is in every single mirror at once. That's when they're moving light speed.
I don't see it. I'm seeing, like, when I look in the chat, I'm seeing the most recent thing I see is from Ryu.
But the Databook also says it's impossible to react. So if you're going with what the Databook says, no, Sasuke and Naruto doesn't scale because it's impossible.
So okay, hold on a second, guys. Everyone just pause for a second. I want to just like reply. Someone in the chat had been asking about like Haku's light speed movement for a minute. So I wanted to see, like, does Haku actually act like a beam of light? I would say like there's a few things that say no, right? Because like Haku's like dashing through the mirrors and I think destroying Naruto's shadow clones. So that means Haku's like holding a weapon as, yeah, we actually see Haku holding a weapon as Haku like flies through the air. So if Haku was turning into a beam of light, hold anything, right?
I mean, I guess you could say that. I don't hold anime to realistic standards to that degree for sometimes for everything. You get what I'm saying? Because like she shouldn't be able to. I would imagine. I don't think she's actually turning into light itself. I really don't know how to explain how that works. I guess you could just say it's her reflection. Like she basically is literally just her reflection, and like a reflection. You could just say that the reason you have a reflection is because the light bouncing off the thing. I would just say it's her reflection. That's my assumption. I really don't know how to explain where that makes sense. Like at that point in time, because like that's the only way that would make sense. I don't know.
I don't think normal rules of physics would apply in that instance because in the 5 Kage thing, if they go past light speed, they start to burn off. So I think her jutsu just has some kind of special element that allows her to like still keep her physical force or whatever, so she can attack while moving at light speed. At least when she does the jutsu, right? And also, I kind of posted some few Naruto feats in the general chat, and the ones that are a bit more blatant, I guess. Also, that you can actually use to scale them at light speed.
Yeah, I can look at those. I mean, so I wanted to like finish talking about like the Darui laser circus thing because some people think it's the speed of light. What do you guys here think about that? Because earlier I had the panel where Tamari shot a wind blast and Konkoro shot like some bullets from a puppet at the same time as Darui's laser circus, and they all hit Sasuke at the same time. So do you think all of that is light speed?
Yeah. Well, I don't think the laser circus is light speed for one because Darui sort of bend. It's basically light that bends. I've seen a lot of arguments saying that when characters do that or when light does that, it's an indication that it's not really light speed or its speed can vary very drastically.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point. Like,
here's an explanation for it too. Cause I thought the same shit. I was trying to figure. I've been looking up like little stuff right here as we've been talking. So, cause it's photon beams, right? It's actual light, but like had looked this up. It says no photon beams do not always move at the speed of light, while photons themselves always travel at the speed of light in a vacuum. The effective speed in such mediums such as glass or water or slower than the speed of light in a vacuum due to interactions and repeated absorptions or re-emissions. So it's basically just saying like it's not photons don't always move at the speed of light.
But wait, where are you getting that it's a
Okay, but
photon?
in air, light travels 99.99% the speed of light.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on. Where are you getting that laser circus is photons?
Yeah.
That's my assumption. Like they're actual lasers. Wow, what else would it be other than lasers? Like,
Well,
what
it's
else- what
a
other
storm.
jutsu is it? Is
It's
it
a
like
storm.
lightning, like.
It's a storm release jutsu.
So you think it's just lightning?
I mean,
You think
it
it's
could
called
be.
the lasers?
It could be lightning and wind.
I think they call it. I think they call it. They use the word light when describing it.
So,
I think,
so in this,
The name is light.
I feel like in Naruto, lightning has always been depicted as
It's
like I don't know why you would say this is a lightning jutsu, and then it is like it is. I don't know why you would say like because lightning has always been depicted as lightning, and light has always been depicted as light.
well,
Like, I don't.
no. So the reason I'm saying that is, well, a couple of reasons. One, like this panel, it's called Gale style, but I think it's actually a mistranslation. I've heard, like, I had a debate with someone over this before, and he said it's just a mistranslation. It's supposed to say storm release because it says storm release later when he's fighting like those Jinchuriki. But the other reason why I would say that this one isn't like actually the speed of light is because freaking Tamari and this fodder Konkuro both shoot attacks at the same time and they're going the same speed as this light speed attack. That's why. So it's like, if you really think this is light speed, then you're having people who are thousands of times faster than like a bunch of other characters in the verse. Here's the other thing. Based on the data books, this is faster than the Lariat. Okay, so based on the data books, Tamari with her Wind Blast is faster than the Lariat. It would be faster than Kirin. It would be faster than a lot of top tier, faster than KCM1 Naruto, who's getting blitzed by Raikage. So it's like, if you think that the Laser Circus is light speed, then Tamari, you got Tamari above KCM1 Naruto, you got Tamari above the Raikage, you got Tamari above Kirin. She can at least like slap them away with her fan. Like, she might not be able to hurt them, but she can speed blitz all of them. Do you agree with all that too?
I don't. I have to look at the chapter real quick. What chapter is it? Because if that's the case, I don't believe that it's light speed. If they're swinging at the same speed, I don't believe that Tamari is light speed. You can't tell me that. Naruto was blitzing these niggas in the war when he just hit light speed, so I don't. Yeah.
It's chapter 464.
You said 463?
464.
464. Okay, bet. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
464.
So I posted a panel. I think it was in the war arc with a bunch of shinobis. They were performing like a light, like a flash jutsu, sort of like a solar flare. You could kind of use that. You could kind of use like Obito and Madara reacting to it to say, okay, I can react to like a flash, you know.
But like they're just like covering their eyes as they get hit by like a solar flare. That's like,
Well, they do say it's a flash, so it's like depending on how you think the speed of a flash is.
I mean, it looks like it looks like it hits them in the eyes first. I mean, that's kind of like if someone shines a flashlight in my face, it hits me in the face, then I put my hand up and like start blocking the light. That's not even me reacting to it. That's like me getting blitzed by it and then like just covering my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it depends on interpretation. It could be right that they blocked it after the light hit them, or they put their hands up in anticipation of the light, right? So it's
No,
like,
that's fair.
You can take it both ways. That's all I'm saying.
Oh no, that's fair. That's a fair point.
I think there's limits to like speed. Like, for example, like earlier we all talk about like, you know, the teleportation shit. Like, there's certain things like the Flash, for example. There's a character in it that teleports. Flash literally like every time he would teleport, the Flash would already be there before he was there, and the nigga was teleporting. You know what I'm saying? So it's like clearly there's certain attacks or certain characters that can move at faster speeds or react faster too. So a Flash just might be like that attack just might be faster with, you know, the other attack that we saw was.
So I mean, in with you guys here, like, does are most people saying they think that Darwin's attack is actually the speed of light?
It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. There's no way.
I don't think. I think
really,
the other
yeah.
attacks that are, you know, and then especially for the lightning style group, I think there are other attacks that are like for themselves to be light speed. I think if Dowry was light speed, then there would be a lot more effort to show that. Considering Naruto has done a good job, kind of showing that a lot of the light speed, a lot of the solid light speed feats we see usually come from the lightning style users. So I say there's a lot against Dowry. Laser
I'm gonna say something. It might be controversial. So I have to say this for that to make sense, bro. Because like the only thing that you can do to make these characters make sense with some of the stuff that I'm seeing is that they can just control and manipulate the actual jutsu itself to slow down the speed of the jutsu to not make it as fast as they wanted to. But like, why would you not want to attack Sasuke at back speed? You clearly like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't say that shit is light speed. Well, like, why would you name it laser circuit? Maybe because it just looks like a laser. That's my assumption.
I mean, it could be light speed, but then that would just mean Tamari is also light speed, Konkuro is also light speed, and I just don't know about that.
I mean, I really have seen nothing in the entire manga that even implies that anyone can move or dodge anything that is lightning. Like, I think you could literally make an argument that nobody can even dodge lightning, like not even Kaguya, not even Madara. And the only contradiction to that is that there's an attack Madara has called Light Fang. And that's the one contradiction. It's just that it's named Light Fang.
I mean,
no, that's ignorant. So the reason that's ignorant, right? And this is why in the war, same shit I talked about last time. There's a teleportation machine. The Raikage says you have to be at a certain speed to be able to teleport that machine. She just out heals all her fucking cells getting ripped apart, which is what Tsunade is doing. She just out healing her cells getting ripped apart. He just so fast that it doesn't affect him at all, right? Teleportation isn't light speed, but I think it's somewhere near light speed, like bare minimum. And if I'm not mistaken, he's faster than the teleportation because he just doesn't take any damage at all when he does teleport, which means he's fast enough to where that doesn't happen. Then Naruto just proceeds to blitz him. And it also would be like, to say Kakashi's not moving at the speed of lightning when it's been stated in the series, even if you want to say, well, Guy said it, but we haven't seen it, we ain't got to see him do it. If Guy's telling you and stating that that's the thing that happened in the series, most likely he cut that lightning bolt in half. Guy just wouldn't make some shit up like that off the rip just not to make it up. He's just
the other is that dude Acolyte's epilogue? He literally said it's like a thing with the kanji. Like, he literally just said the name of the attack and then but restated it in a different way. Like, he was just saying that, and even in the if you want to bring up the data, the Raikiri. You said something about the Raikiri.
Yeah, but, and it wasn't a certain speed you needed to use that teleport machine. It was a certain durability. You had to be strong enough, physically strong enough to use it. And Tsunade just out-healed it, so it wasn't about the speed. If you were light speed, you wouldn't need the light speed machine to get across the battlefield.
I'm pretty sure it was speed. I'm gonna look up the chapter. Pretty sure they said speed.
I mean, the whole point of the scene is they're like, this could kill us, but we need it to get there at light speed. They literally say it's light speed that they're trying to travel at by using this method that could kill them. So they're literally risking just straight up dying just to get somewhere at light speed.
Because it's literally tearing their molecules apart. That's she literally that's why Tsunade's healing is so crazy, because she was healing her atoms together. She was healing herself as she was getting teleported. That's insane. Yeah, that's why all the feats that you see her do with the healing, getting her body cut in half and then putting that shit back together, that shit's ridiculous. Everything that she does, especially that teleportation feat, is one of the craziest healing feats in the show. Her being able to just heal her atoms like that from teleportation is crazy.
So we have a comment in the chat that says, I think most Naruto characters are casually faster than Light, so Tamari being faster than Light doesn't surprise me. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
So me personally, when they was in a war, I think Naruto, Sasuke, and the top tier main characters were top tier, like Naruto, Sasuke. Kakashi wasn't there yet. I think when he got his double Mangekyo or Sharingan, he may be at that point. I don't think Obito was at that point until He got his 10 tails amp right there because that's the only time you can keep up with like a chakra cloak Naruto in the first place. B was at that around that speed. No, B was definitely light speed at that point. Like those type of characters were. As for all the fodder characters, there's a reason that they had a problem with the third Raikage in the first place, right? One of the fastest characters in the series. He was pretty much about to just blitz all of them and kill all of those people instantaneously. Naruto ended up stepping in the way, ended up blitzing him. So like I just don't see no reason why you would say all these fodder characters that's getting out blitzed and out damaged by everybody, like the strongest characters in the series who we know are multiple times that, or even lightning or like themselves, right? Bare minimum would be light speed. It wouldn't make any sense.
I mean, I think the only way you can say that multiple, like, if you say Tamari's the speed of light, and like a ton of characters are like faster than light, the only way you can do that is you have to ignore the data books and you have to ignore like key moments of the manga too. So like the only way you can do it is if you say Haku is speed of light was moving full power the whole time against Naruto and Sasuke. So you got like little kid Naruto and Sasuke are speed of light, and then everyone just gets faster than that no matter what anyone else says. So like the Kirin is actually just, you ignore everything they say about it, it's all wrong. They're actually way faster than that. You ignore everything they say about the lightning blade being impressive. You ignore all of this stuff. You have to ignore all the data books too, because it says like Killer Bee Lariat is close to the speed of light. You have to ignore that because it should actually be 100 times faster than light. You have to ignore what it says about Kirin in the data books. Minato, everybody. You have to ignore a lot of it.
You have to just like think everyone's just gaslighting the Raikage into thinking he's the fastest person alive.
Yeah, you just have, I mean, because if everyone is like the speed of light, yeah, maybe they're all just gaslighting the Raikage, or like I don't know. It's hard to say that everyone's the speed of light because there's a lot of statements that like just straight up say that they're not.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I still, like, is there any statement or, like, visual feat that makes anyone light speed in Naruto? Like, anything that you can see or someone says? Like, at all?
The only real, like, 100%, well, I think the best light speed feat is Naruto dodging the light fang. Other than that, I don't know if there really is anything.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm done with the conversation because I literally just said a feat earlier. I don't know if nobody was hearing me or not, but
what was it?
My fault. I got it.
What was the feat?
It was the teleportation feat, but like she's literally getting her molecules ripped apart. That's why she had to heal in the first place. Because otherwise, she just would have been torn apart.
Oh, well,
earlier.
Who was healing as they did that?
It was Tsunade. So they had a technique. It was like the heavenly transfer technique, and they say the only person who's ever been able to use a technique, right? It was the Raikage. It was A, and then it was the third Raikage, right? Because they would put the lightning cloak on themselves, so it wouldn't just shred their molecules to pieces. That was like a speed feat that they bring up for him a lot of the times. They the only ones that can handle it.
It's a dope.
And then.
Well,
yeah, the lightning cloak, the lightning cloak that's raging lightning around their body. At fast speeds is what allows them to not. That shit isn't just defense.
Do you know what chapter this is where they talk about this?
I mean, the whole idea, as far as I can tell, is that it's a durability thing. Like, I don't know, where does it say it's a speed thing? Like, you have to be a certain speed to survive it.
Yeah, but his lightning cloak doesn't give him extra durability. The nigga just makes him fast.
It does. I think it actually is. It says that it gives him strength and defense.
Oh, it does. Oh.
But
it like blocks. I mean, it doesn't give him durability in the sense that it literally boosts his durability stat, but it's like a shield around his body.
Wait,
so to the point where his atoms gonna get destroyed, which I feel like that would be absolutely like I feel like it would be like
I just want to find this
characters in the series at that point. Like
I just want to find this chapter.
Get destroyed from teleportation. Like I feel like that's insane.
So hold on. What is how I'm trying to find this chapter. Do you know the chapter number or?
Yes, sir. I got you. Go to 562.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it should be like page. And then page 6, they start explaining like how it works and stuff like that. But I could be wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was It says the transportation rate is so fast that the body cannot keep up, and one just comes out torn apart and dead on the other side. I'm gonna repeat this one more time. The transportation rate is so fast that the body cannot keep up and it just gets destroyed. I don't think it's a durability thing. She just out heals that shit.
But I think what it's saying is that it's like if you got somewhere at the speed of light, like that would destroy your body.
Okay,
like
hold on.
You would be obliterated as a normal person if you were thrown somewhere at the speed of light. They can survive it because they have like super durability.
Hold on a second, guys. So I pulled up the actual panel, and what Anno says is right. It says the only person who ever successfully traveled using this jutsu is the third Raikage, and only then because of his extra tough physique.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you can make the argument that like Tsunade can heal at the speed of light. It seems like.
Or she just healed after the fact, because we see her get cut in half and then after pull herself back together.
No, she didn't know. She healed mid. No, she healed mid teleportation. She didn't heal after the teleportation. Her like it literally. That's why they told her you was gonna get torn apart.
So it seems like she's healing as she teleports, I guess.
Yeah, she literally as she's teleported, like she has her hand together, her seal is on.
I mean, actually, if you use that as a speed thing, I guess you could make a weird argument where, like, you could say, for instance, Madara is faster than Light because he can hurt her so fast that she doesn't, like, heal as he's, like, cutting her in half. Because normally, like, if she really heals that fast, you would figure that literally as his blade is passing through her, it would, like, heal behind and she wouldn't be cut in half. So I guess if you could argue that, I guess.
We see her Mitonic regeneration after she kicks Madara.
It's also likely she ran out of chakra, too.
Yeah, she literally has her seal on at max power, like as she's teleporting. Like you see her hands already together after she teleports, and she's healing herself at max. And she does heal everybody else, but not to the full extent because she doesn't have enough chakra to.
I'm looking on the screen right now. Her hands are down. What are you talking about?
Also, hold on. Another.
Are you talking about right after she teleports, my guy?
No, as she's teleporting, she's not like trying to heal herself, ready to heal herself. It's only after she teleports that she starts to heal herself.
Yeah, right. So when she's on the teleportation, her hands are down, and then right as you see them teleporting, you see her in the Raikage wince, and then you scroll over, and then her hands are together, and right as she drops. So unless you're saying that when she teleported, she healed all of that damage instantaneously, that's even crazier because that means that before the damage can even register on her body, she just instantaneously healed most of that shit.
Yeah, it'd probably be hundreds of times slower than light.
No. What I'm saying is, right, she took all that damage because it says you will get torn apart, right? That's what it told her. It's like you can't survive that because you will get torn apart. If she healed all of that torn damage from her atoms to the point where it was like, we don't know how bad it should. It probably was bad enough to where, like, right now we see her still healing herself. She has scars over her face. She's scratched up and shit like that, right? So it probably did way worse damage than that, and she instantaneously healed most of it like that. It's crazy as fuck.
Well, I don't think it doesn't. I'm reading it. It doesn't say anything about tearing her atoms. It just says like, she says the transmission rate is so fast the body cannot keep up. And one just comes out torn apart and dead on the other side. So it doesn't really say anything about like splitting atoms or anything like that. Also, I'm not exactly sure how fast this jutsu is either. But it is called the ethereal transmission jutsu, and it's for transmuting objects. You could just say it's like 100 times the speed of lightning, and then that would all too.
That was downstairs. That would downgrade their durability by a lot, though.
But
I
I'm.
think they say it's light speed.
But wait, sorry, what was that?
The jutsu is light speed. I think Raikage says that.
Raikage says it's light speed. I mean, it's called the
Yeah,
ethereal.
I think we see it earlier in the work, and there is a verbatim light speed statement for it.
Oh, okay. Do you guys know like where that is?
I think it's the chapter right before the thing.
Yeah.
Let me see. So
I
I
posted a few snippets of it in the general chat.
okay, because yeah, I mean, I guess this is like a good feat for Tsunade. So that means like Tsunade can heal at the speed of light, right?
That might
yeah.
be the case, but I think it's just more likely that she was torn up, but not to the point where she died.
Or
But
or
she
yeah,
had to,
there's another
heal
option.
No,
herself to a shot.
I don't think she died. But even if she got limbs fucked up or torn, like the fact that she healed most of that damage instantaneously is still crazy. And it had to been a crazy strong jutsu because she has the mark on her head open. So it had to be dangerous because she says she doesn't open up that mark unless she absolutely needs to.
Or another thing is
Because-
maybe they just underestimated Tsunade. She's more durable than they thought, and she was able to just heal after she teleported.
Yeah, that'd have been fine too. But I'm saying like the fact that she thinks she needed that mark to heal, because she can heal without it. But the fact that she feel like she needed that mark to heal that damage means it had to been bad. It had to been enough like that she had to use it. But I'd imagine what happened is mid teleportation she probably started healing herself, or she opened up her mark mid teleportation. That'd be my assumption, because like that shit had to be so what bad. The fact that she felt like she had to open up that mark.
So I'm trying to find this panel that Supreme that you posted here where it says like the jutsu's light speed. It was that from the Viz manga?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Did you? Well, I put the cutout of it on general.
Yeah,
general chat.
I see that. And I wanted to just pull it up on the stream too, but I just like couldn't find it in the chat.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point. And what Anna was saying is like, I think that honestly probably is the best, like straight up the best light speed feat in Naruto is if Tsunade like healed at the speed of light. But actually, hold up. Tsunade's actually damaged. You can see she's still damaged when she teleports. Like after after the teleportation, she's still like bleeding. You can see it.
Yeah, that's why I said the damage had to be like. That's why I said she had to have been healing mid shit. She's literally like mid healing still. She's still healing even after she's teleported. Unless you're saying that she instantaneously healed all that shit after that to that fast of a degree, which would be fucking and ridiculous. Either way you want to say it, it's ridiculous. It's like either her healing inside is ridiculous, and then her healing after the fact is ridiculous because she still has all that damage on her. And then remember, we know that she does not open up that thing unless we have to. She even told Sakura, do not open this up unless you absolutely have to, because it's a bunch of excess chakra that you put in here. You only use it for special moments. Similar to this, and she does it with what's his name too, with Madara.
Yeah, and so like Madara is able to bypass that. Like, I want to look at that. So I mean, maybe there's just a limit. Maybe there's just a limit to how much damage she can take.
I'm confused because they all don't they all get transported and they like all live.
Yeah, like Raikage lives because he's just durable enough to survive it, and Tsunade just heals herself because she's not as durable as Raikage is. But here's another option though: is just like she doesn't even turn the jutsu on until after the teleportation's done. That's another option because like we see, I mean, she's saying like the jutsu name and doing the hand seal after the teleportation's done. Because like first thing she does is she kicks Madara and she's like bleeding, and then the next panel it looks like she does the jutsu here. So maybe she wasn't healing as she was flying. Maybe she like just started healing after she kicked Madara.
Like you said, she kicks him like right when she teleports.
Yeah, like if you look at the screen, like the first thing she does, she kicks Madara first, and then the next panel she's doing the jutsu. So like maybe she didn't even do this jutsu until after she lands.
Oh yeah, I can agree with
Does
that.
heal
Yeah.
afterward.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
That's
I see what you're saying.
I mean that I guess that would be like the low ball of it, because you could say maybe she like as she's flying at light speed she's healing. That's possible too.
But maybe she didn't heal all of the damage, and then maybe like as she Tonado, and then she's healing the rest of it. That's my imagination, because like I think they even like said like, because I think she even stated like I can take the jutsu because I'm gonna just heal while it's going on.
Yeah, and she can stay. I mean, she got chopped in half. When she got chopped in half, was she using this before she got chopped or after?
I think she was. I don't know what she was doing actually with it. I think it should only be like a couple chapters after this. Actually, I think it should be like chapter 570 maybe.
Yeah, because
that's way too
I want to see like how did Madara get past her healing? Like, did he just like keep attacking her until she ran out of chakra, or was he like so fast that the healing didn't even kick in?
I think
Because
she ran out of time.
Yeah, because I know he cut her in half, and then after he cut her in half, I know he stabbed her through the stomach, and she actually took it out of her stomach, and then she like hit him with it, and then she healed up her body after he got split in half.
Does anyone know the chapters where this?
We Tsunade gets split in half by Madara. We do see Madara like piercing her with the blade, and she kind of breaks it off and continues. And like after the whole full body Susanoo part, they just completely skip that part, and we just see the Kage is dead and Tsunade cut in half. So
They didn't see the, because I guess she's cut in half on the ground in 2 halves, and then she lives.
yeah, because of the Katsuyu, the snail, comes and heals her afterwards.
So I just
So I'm
googled
guessing
it.
she ran out of chakra.
It's 561 through 563.
You said 562.
561 to 563 is where they said the fight happens. I just googled it. That's what it said.
He said, since I have the ability to survive.
Oh wait, no, this isn't. What? This isn't even it.
Hold on, wait. Alright, prepare the ethereal jutsu and come with me. The ethereal transportation jutsu is
Okay,
transporting objects. It's not like the Kasayu summoning in reverse.
So yeah, I mean the feats that Madara performs against like Tsunade's healing factor can give an idea of like how fast the characters are. Because I mean, I don't know if it would be considered a high ball or not. Did Tsunade heal at light speed? Is that a high ball or a low ball? I don't know.
Hold on, Katsuyu says, since I have the ability to survive being split into pieces.
Hold up.
Hold on.
Hold up. Raikage punches Madara and he says that Raikage is fast. Maybe he's just saying like compared to other people.
No. Yeah, no. He's just saying he's fast, but he's not actually trying. Like this, like if you go reread that fight, dude, Madara was fucking around with him so much. Like Madara's such on a different level than all the Hokage there. It's to a point where he still calls Inoki. This is the same Inoki who just took 2 fucking meteors to the skull, and then he's just like, you're still a boy to me. Even though Inoki can use particle style and he's doing all this crazy shit, and he's like Inoki was the MVP of this entire fight out of everybody here, and he still like cannot even touch this nigga Madara. Like Madara was actually wild.
Well, yeah, I know Madara is a lot stronger. I just wanted to see like how his speed scales to them, and Raikage saying like, no, he's still blocking me even with my speed. So
yeah, he's just like
Madara was serious on it. Like he even catches Raikage. I mean, a clone of Madara actually catches Raikage sometime during the fight. So it's like Madara is not like basically holding back, like on every stats as far as that fight was concerned.
Yes, it's actually wild.
I wanted to see Tsunade
that
get...
came dead in them. Sorry, it's the same. This is the same Madara that actually like was on the like relative to Pokemon 2, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a part later in the war where like Madara blocks like KCM2 Naruto or something? So like he's obviously way faster than them.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like the end of the fight, but I don't know what chapter that is. So
Oh my god, it's annoying me because it's just like I want to know if she healed mid shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the anime would like give more information on that. But sometimes the anime
I think
just
the anime
adds stuff.
shows her healing afterwards. Like if she ends up in the fight, when she lands, her wounds are open. Then it starts healing after the whole kick thing and everything.
It's
What?
like I see a scene where I'm gonna see if I can find this. I should have like the issue with my Naruto speed is like, I can say they're on lightning shit or multiple times lightning. That's fine, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't think Naruto and his Kubi cloak form or none of these dudes are moving at lightning speed or that just doesn't sound right to me.
Downplay.
What?
Okay, so for Zetsu's statement, he says it will arrive here in a thousandth of a second. It's faster than sound. It's like me saying this bullet is gonna arrive at your head in 1,000th of a second. It's faster than a caterpillar. That's the relative difference between the speed of sound and the speed of lightning.
Yeah,
So
no, also
if
the
you
reason I
take
don't
that-
like that
we can kind of
It's
just like
because,
an
like-
argument from absurdity. We can instead of
Yeah, it's
saying
not-
lightning actually lightning speed, we can say it's relative in speed to sound.
It's like
No,
no, it's
no.
just like I'm pretty sure it's like you talking about the kitty, right?
Wait, hold
Yeah,
on.
okay.
So someone in the chat says, imagine crying about Naruto being massively faster than light and never even the manga or databooks.
Wait, what's happening? Who's doing that?
I don't know.
Bro, these dudes, this is like sour grapes. Like, ain't got no arguments. You're just like, oh, you're crying.
Wait, who, me?
No,
That guy in the chat was like, you're just crying about them being massively faster than light, but he doesn't have arguments.
Oh, nobody ever said they massively faster than light. That's goofy.
That's the guy in the chat.
well, yeah, I think he's saying
They're really
he,
trying to get them light speed.
yeah, he's saying he thinks that they're massively faster than light, but because we haven't deep read the manga, that's why we don't think that.
Here's the one thing I've heard. I guess if you used like Boruto, is like the Atsutsukis have like dudes who just fly through space and find planets.
Nope, that's
So I guess if
wrong.
you use that,
Yeah, I mean, I think in
If you use
Boruto you
that-
could get up to light speed, but I mean, so for the guy who said that, like, I think he missed the entire debate and just hopped in and just said that real quick. So, I mean, the thing that we were talking about earlier is we spent a lot of time analyzing the databooks in this stream, and like a big contradiction that we noticed was it said Haku's the speed of light, right? And then Naruto and Sasuke as little kids are reacting to that. To Tomoe Sharingan is. But then the databooks also say that like Killer Bee's lariat is close to the speed of light. And it says Kirin's the speed of light. It says Raikage's the speed of light. So if you believe all of that, everything the databook says, then that means Kid Naruto and Sasuke are faster than the Raikage, faster than the lariat. These are the problems we were like running into. I think you just missed all of that stuff.
it just has like a lot of hyperbolic statements. Like even with the light fang, it says it moves at the speed of the light, therefore it's undodgeable. But like Naruto dodges it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to scale the speed for Naruto because, like, I don't know. It's like even if you use the highball statements, they don't really seem to stay consistent. You know, like because the highball statements they come from the databooks. So it's like if we say Haku is the speed of light and Kid Naruto and Sasuke are the speed of light, then that means that they're like on par with the Raikage, faster. They're faster than Lariat, but that doesn't really make sense because we see like two Tomoe Sharingan can't keep up with like Kid Naruto. Kid Naruto gets beaten up by Kimimaru, and like it just doesn't make sense for like two Tomoe Sharingan to be like faster than Lariat, like faster than Raikage, all that stuff. That doesn't really make sense.
The best argument for that, I guess, that you had was like it's some crazy like friendship amp plus like Naruto had the 9 tails, so maybe it's like a weird. You could maybe argue it's like 9 tails plus like crazy friendship amp or something like a.
Yeah, maybe it's friendship power-ups. I think, like, friendship power-ups really might actually exist in Naruto, but it doesn't make sense for 2 Tomoe Sharingan Sasuke to become Raikage level, like, because he's actually fodder. Like, he gets beaten up by Rock Lee. Like, Rock Lee beats him up with the weights on, bro. Like, so, I don't know about, I mean, because if we really keep going like that, then we have Rock Lee with weights on is like Raikage and Lariat level in speed. I don't know about that.
I actually have one way you could probably get them to light speed. It's a if we say the Otsutskis are light speed, and we could use the time travel arc from Boruto to scale everybody light speed.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. Like they added a filler arc where didn't they have Jiraiya beat like someone who was like Kaguya level?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that filler arc actually made no sense. Yeah.
They cooked with that one.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
It's actually even worse than that. They actually made Kurama more powerful than the Otsutsuki dude. Like he tried to take the 9 tails away from Naruto. Kurama was like, "Nah, bro, burn his hand." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, none of that filler arc doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you use that filler arc, then yeah, like then everyone in Naruto is like 1,000 times the speed of light. Like Jiraiya is like a planet buster without Sage mode. He's like, none of that really made sense.
That character who travels back in time is also the character they say is hundreds of times faster than light, because they misread a scene where the guy divines the stars and they say the comet he's using to divine the stars is actually the character traveling hundreds of light years from one star to the other star.
So I'm seeing this guy say like he's making an argument that Kishimoto made the characters weaker as the story went on, so that the story would have more tension. But
I mean, even if that was true, though, like, that just means that the better feats were, like, retconned and are irrelevant now. Like, even if that was true.
No, that's a good point. So, yeah, that's actually a good counterpoint to that. So, I mean, yeah, if we go with that argument, then that means, like, those feats no longer count because they get downscaled later. If the downscale happened in the beginning, that'd be different. But based on that theory, that would mean that end of the series, they're just weaker than they were at the start, right? So, I mean, like, yeah, he's saying no one can disprove that, but I don't think we need to disprove that. That just shows, like, and he said that's why we use databooks. Well, no, bro, the problem with the databooks is, like, they contradict that. So, I don't know how to explain it. Because
he knows what you mean. He knows what you mean. He just doesn't care. Like when people say stuff like, "Well, that's why we use databooks." He doesn't. He understands what you're saying. He just doesn't care to acknowledge it because it's just like he's gonna try to argue that the databooks are, correct. What the issue is, there's too much hyperbolic statements in there in the first place for it to even be correct.
But no,
way
what I'm saying is, like, even if we use the data books, like, that doesn't do that much. Like, I mean, if we use the data books, then you have Killer Bee's the speed of light, or he's like close to it. So is the Raikage, and then I guess we ignore all the Haku feats. Is that what he means?
That's what you would have to be saying.
The dialogue tell us to ignore the Haku feat because the dialogue says it's impossible to dodge.
Now, Grant, we talked about this earlier in the conversation too. I said if we don't ignore the Haku feats, right? When we do say when you do use the data book, you say he's at light speed. You could just say that he's moving way slower because he does say that he's trying to trap Sasuke and not kill Sasuke. So you could just say he's moving slower. And then it also says that his chakra is being drained mid jutsu. Too. Also, so those are two statements you could say if you do want to use the data book and say it's correct to prove that it's actually linear.
So yeah, I mean, if we use the data books and we like, yeah, to use the data books, you have to start saying things like Haku was holding back against Kid Naruto and Sasuke, and then, or you could say like maybe the series, maybe I don't know. I don't understand the argument for nerfing the series though. I don't actually understand that argument because I think he's.
I mean, it's not.
Oh, go ahead.
It's not really necessarily nerfing the series in a sense, right? It's necessarily like, for example, there's characters that's way more powerful than other characters. They might not want to go all out. For example, Madara didn't go all out against the Hokages. He didn't feel the need to. They were asking for it to. You get what I'm saying? And if in the data books you see the Hokage are the strongest people around, right? And or you see something similar like Madara's like massively above the right everybody else in the series, right? And then you see like he's barely doing anything. Like it's just like it don't kind of seem like that's the case. Like he just kind of doesn't use his full power. It's a similar thing with Haku. Haku's probably not using his full power at that point in time, considering he's just not even. I feel like he's just playing games for the most part.
Well, so this guy's saying Anbu are light speed from the data books. We upscale characters from what we see in the series, and we only use them if the author says it's correct. But like, so the Anbu being light speed is a mistranslation. It actually just says the Anbu are the speed of lightning.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cause like to say they'd be light speed, you would have to use them in a war, cause they'd be up there with like Tail Beast and fucking shit like that based on that statement, and they're not.
But yeah,
at least it's speed wise.
Yeah, I have it on screen where it says the Anbu. It says the Anbu being light speed is mistranslated by fans. The actual kanji says that it's the speed of lightning.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Power wise though, Naruto is crazy, dude.
Yeah, it does have crazy power. I think the data books you can give them really crazy power feats because it says like Kurama can destroy the world, right?
No, not even that. I'm looking at the manga right now. Like,
in the
show
manga,
how big a blast is from all the Tail Beasts and Kurama himself. It shows like an outscale, and it's just destroying multiple fucking ranges of mountains and shit. Like, it's insane.
You know, here another thing I was thinking: isn't the Naruto planet like very small though? Isn't it like just 4 villages and that's the whole Earth?
No, it's a bunch. I don't actually know how big it is, but I don't think it's small.
Yeah, I don't think we don't have the actual size of it. I don't think it's small either. If you look at the world map, it's clearly a Asia analog with like a big central Chinese and like the land of Tea, whatever that island on the side is clearly the stand-in for Japan. Like,
So it's actually
standard Eastern fantasy. It's kind of just China.
So it's just like a normal sized planet.
I think like it's not like it's just the villages. It's just that the villages are like the centers of power for like the region. So like you have the actual country, but then all the military power is in the village. So if you blew up the village, like the whole country is screwed.
Oh, I'm seeing comments. It says in the light novels, it says that the Anbu are light speed. So when do the light novels take place? If it's after the 4th Ninja War, then you could just say like after the 4th Ninja War, the Anbu get stronger.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the light novels take after the Ninja War. Everybody in Boruto was ridiculous after that point. You cannot sit there and use that for this conversation because I'm pretty sure the light novels go after the war, and everybody in Boruto is crazy, dude.
Yeah, Boruto has like a different level of scaling. So I mean, if it's stuff that's after the war arc, then it's not really relevant to like what we're talking about in this stream. Someone's saying that the Naruto world is the size of the One Piece world. Is that actually true?
No, there's really dumb culture like, they're lightning speed and it takes them 20 days to go from this part of the continent to this part of the continent. So that time times the speed of lightning gives you 100 million miles.
Yeah, I don't actually know if it's the scale of One Piece, but I know like when you go look at the war and you go look through the battle, they're just blowing up like entire areas, and like you see like footprints from Choji and shit. You see the big footprints, but it scales to the ground. It's nowhere near like his footprints will look small compared to like how the world looks like, if you get what I'm saying. Like it's so their world might be fucking humongous because they're blowing up like entire like areas. Like you'll see it on a like I was on chapter like 50 52, like 552, and I was looking at the Tail Beast fight, and they're just blowing up entire mountain ranges, like to the point where it's just like I'm starting to think that they're like blowing up countries on some casual level shit. Like these niggas are just going crazy. So their world might be big because they're just throwing Tail Beast bombs everywhere. They're just blowing up big areas.
So I think one of the arguments in the comments, he's saying like the characters are all moving at light speed, which makes it easier to understand the power and speed of the world. So like we were just talking about this earlier, like Tsunade tried to move at light speed and almost died. Like, do you guys remember what chapter number that was?
6.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it's just like, what kind of setting is that where like Sasuke at the start of the series is like as fast as like Itachi, like he's like as fast as like the fastest characters at the start, and I guess he just like never got faster, or he did like at the end. I like how does that even make sense as a story?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find the teleportation jutsu again. Do you guys remember the number of the chapter?
Let me see.
What?
I think it was chapter 541. Maybe. No, I think it's not.
562.
562.
Oh yeah, I think you're right. So there, and this guy said that was instant teleportation. It's not the same thing.
Okay, like the instant teleportation that rips you apart is only as fast as yourself running?
No, it doesn't. It say where did you get the panel where it was? Dude, I need to find the page where it says that it's light speed, because it actually says that it's the speed of light. Supreme left, but he was the one who sent it. I don't know where the panel.
Yeah, did you see where he sent it or no?
He put it in the general chat, but
Okay, I'm gonna grab it for you. I'm gonna grab it for you, and I'm gonna put it in the general chat that we're talking in, like debate one that we're talking in. I'm gonna put it in there.
No, that's fine. It's just I need to find like what chapter number and what page it is, so that way I can put it on the stream. Because like I don't have Discord open on my like stream computer.
Okay, let me see if I can find it, because I'm also trying to find that.
He said, "Bros grasping at straws." No, dude, the manga says that it's the speed of light, man. That I don't know where it is, but yeah, the manga says that this teleportation. Oh, Supreme, do you know what chapter number it is where it says the teleportation jutsu is the speed of light? Because I'm trying.
Completely.
Oh, I did. Yo, Supreme, are you there?
Oh, hello. Sorry, just joined back in.
Oh no, you're good. Do you know the chapter number where it says that the teleportation jutsu is the speed of light? Because I'm trying to find that, but I haven't been able to find that this whole time.
It's okay. I mean, let me look for it, but it should be like the same chapter where she mentions your body's gonna get torn apart if you do this jutsu. Let me look for it. I'll get back to you.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but I don't even see it.
Wait, Supreme, did you get it from the Viz translation?
Yeah, Supreme said he did, but I just don't.
It's the Viz translation. Let me try and pull it up. Just give me a second.
Yeah, I can't find it. I don't know where he found it. Hopefully Supreme can find it, but if not, it's all right. Yeah, because he sent this in the Discord, and what he says in the Discord, he says it sends objects anywhere at the speed of light.
Yeah, Supreme, it's chapter 561 where they start talking about it, but
Wait, 561?
Yeah, that's where they first started talking about it, and I think. Oh wait, no, my bad. 562 is where they first started talking about the transformation jutsu, and I think if you scroll through that, you should find it.
I scrolled through the whole thing. I didn't see it.
Yeah, the only part that I saw was the trans. So that's the one that he sent. I don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah, I don't know
really
where it. I'm not sure how you found that, man. I'm trying to find it, but I don't see it. Hopefully we can find it, but I don't know. Might not be able to.
Yeah, because you said it was Viz. I'm using Shonen Jump. I don't know if that's the same as. I think that is Viz, but pretty sure it is.
So, Cynical said, can we acknowledge that being flung across literal continents at the speed of light is different than moving the same speed in a short burst? Well, yeah, the whole point of me bringing that up, Cynical, is, like the other guy in the chat was saying, like, all of these characters are, like, constantly moving at the speed of light, like, running around at the speed of light. And, I was saying, like, no, this scene is to show you that they're not, because, like, Tsunade's getting torn apart by moving at that speed. So if everyone could move at that speed, like, everyone's stronger than Tsunade by a lot. And that's just not the case. Tsunade's like one of the strongest people there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we're going to be able to find... Yeah, Supreme, I don't know where you found this, bro. Like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, dog. I'm looking for this motherfucker.
I don't know where this panel is from, man.
Like, I see on the Viz translation, it says, like, when she talks to Tsunade, but she said the transmission rate is so fast that your body cannot keep up, and one just comes out torn apart and dead on the other side. So my imagination is when she says that, she's saying your body's getting ripped apart, like, mid-teleportation, which is why I said it's so weird that Tsunade teleports and then kick him in the face. I'm assuming she's healing mid-shit.
So,
I have to assume that based on that information.
So this guy says, I'm saying Anbu plus characters are moving at light speed. So who's like Anbu plus? Like, who would be like, so you're saying like Kid Kakashi could go through this teleportation jutsu just fine? I don't think
That would be crazy.
Dude, I want to find this panel.
I think I found the chapter. It's 529. It's actually
529.
It's like during the when Dauri is fighting Kinkaku and Jinkaku when they're transporting the whole gourd.
I never would have found that.
I think just as an aside, you kind of can actually argue that Kid Kakashi could survive it just because, like, Kakashi in the Anbu is arguably stronger because he's, like, out of shape in the, like, at least at the start of the series. He was, like, more, like, in shape in the Anbu.
That is an interesting idea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did, dude. Yeah, Supreme. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Okay, so the dude in the chat who was saying like all the Anbu characters are speed of light. No. So he was saying that the teleportation jutsu is not the speed of light. It actually is. It says it right here. It says the skill is object teleportation, so she can send any object anywhere at the speed of light. So that is just straight up stated to be the speed of light, and Tsunade is getting torn apart from it. So like, even if you say like, I don't think there's really a good argument for Kid Kakashi being stronger than Tsunade. I don't think there's any good argument for that, to be honest.
If you use the light novels, there's like one thing in the Itachi light novels. There's a scene where like Obito is about to murder like little kid Itachi, but then he like senses Kakashi coming and he's like, "Oh, Kakashi, I gotta get out of here." And like this is the same dude that like fought like Minato. So if you use that, you're like, he's like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine Kid Kakashi being like magnitude stronger than his adult self. Christian said, by the way, it says manga only. No, we're using everything. We're using Databooks. We've been talking about light novels and stuff. Pretty much everything. Just trying to make sense of like the speed in the Naruto verse. I don't know why this guy's just spamming the word somewhere over and over. I don't know what that's about. Well,
also, like in general chat, there's like a feat. There were actually two feats as far as the anime was concerned. There was one with
Minato moving during his instant teleportation, and one with Kid Naruto dodging an actual light, light field, light beam, light attack, basically.
In general, I don't.
Yeah, in general chat. If you scroll up, you'll see a few stuff I posted.
But that one is a filler feat, though. If you use filler, then Naruto's like galaxy level. Well, not really but if you use filler, then like Kid Naruto is like massively stronger than the like end of series manga Naruto. Like,
all right. Yeah, because it's really the anime that has a lot of these blatantly very wanked feats in terms of speed, especially when you use the Minato feat of him just moving while he's teleporting.
Yeah.
You just take that, and go full ham with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you use the anime filler, like filler anime Naruto is just like insanely powerful. So yeah, I mean, filler anime Naruto as a kid is already like stronger than end of series Naruto in the manga. So like the filler Naruto is basically a different guy altogether.
That's true.
I'm about to head out. I'm about to go to sleep, y'all.
All right, yeah, no worries, man. This debate has gone on for a while, but wait, I'm seeing one more thing. He says again, Kishimoto downscales for story progression. Can we get an interview debunk? And written in all caps. I don't understand. I'm not really understanding why he keeps saying that. Like, didn't we go over like how that already? I don't get it. I don't see why that's a big deal. Like, what I'm trying to understand, why is him downscaling the story like important? Doesn't that just mean like the
what
early?
they're trying to say is basically what they're trying to do is say, hey, the feat of Tsunade or the Raikage, teleporting Tsunade at light speed, that's some sort of downgrade by Kishimoto, right? To make the character seem more impressive than they actually were compared to when they started. Because I think what they're trying to do is say the Haku thing with the light feet, that is the ultimate thing, right? That is the de facto light speed thing, and anything that comes after it that's contradictory, like the whole thing with the Raikage transporting the objects at the speed of light. They're trying to say that's kind of null and void, or that's kind of a how am I supposed to? That's like a low showing, right?
Oh, okay. So they're like clarifying. They're saying he says he thinks the manga is faulty, and then the data books give you the actual answer for how strong the characters are. But it's like, but the data books contradict themselves too. But that's what we've been saying the whole time. Is like, if you use the data books, then start of series Naruto and Sasuke are on par with the databook version of the Raikage, and the databook version of Killer Bee, and the databook version of Minato. That doesn't make sense.
And and also Tamari will be universal, just to let you know. So
I did see that too, where it says Tamari can blow the universe away. But it's like, so I mean, if we use the data books aren't even consistent amongst themselves. Like, based on the data books, I mean, yeah, he's saying like the manga's downscaled. The data books are downscaled too, because it's like you have Kid Naruto, you have two Tomoe Sasuke at the start of the series doing faster than light reaction speed feats based on the data book, and then these same data books say that Minato's the speed of light, Kirin's the speed of light, or Raikage's the speed of light, and the Lariat's the speed of light. So what that means is, based on the data books that you're telling us to use, the two Tomoe Sasuke is faster than Minato, faster than the Raikage, faster than Killer Bee. Two Tomoe Sasuke is, based on the data books. And then he said they only contradict themselves when you don't understand the narrative. What narrative am I missing, though? He said you can't understand narrative reasoning along with power progression. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
Like, I don't know how you can say that when we literally have like statements calling the Kirin lightning speed, right? They go like there's a full panel detailing exactly the speed of Kirin, right? And that just contradicts what the data book is saying outright. Right?
That's true.
So it's like it's kind of silly to say like, hey, it's like, oh, if you don't understand the narrative, then you can't understand the data book. It's like, no, the narrative is saying something clearly different than what the data book is saying, right? So doesn't make any sense.
I agree with that, man. I agree. I mean, oh, go ahead.
I think the manga works perfectly fine. I think the Databooks is what screw it up.
I agree with that. I actually prefer like the manga interpretation of the story. But I think that the data books are interesting. Like if you only look at like, I mean, I don't know. It's weird how they like contradict themselves. But you can use the data books to like highball the characters if you ignore certain things.
I feel like I like read the manga and then when I flip open to the Databooks entry for whatever I was just reading in the manga, it says "Don't believe your lying eyes."
Don't believe you. Yeah, because
I mean,
oh, go ahead.
if you're just using the manga feats, Lilo, you could literally make a video where it's like pre-time skip Usopp versus Itachi is obvious. And it's like Usopp is literally faster than Itachi. Like, he literally is.
Just using the manga. Yeah. You could do something like that. I mean, I would say Itachi still wins, though, just because of, like, his hacks. And Susanoo would one-tap him, but... and, like, just Usopp's so cowardly. But, yeah, like... One Piece just has, like, a better showing of speed feats early on. But
yeah, I think so. I think like when it comes to feats specifically, I think manga feats One Piece kind of clears.
Yeah, I think just in terms of
Naruto.
I say just in terms of speed, but I do think Naruto has like much more impressive like destructive capability feats because you see characters destroying wider ranges with singular attacks much more often. But I think like when we were doing the one Luffy versus Naruto debate, the attack potency of like Naruto and Luffy seem kind of close. The attack potency does, if you just use the manga. But if you use the data books, then Naruto's attack potency should be higher than Luffy's, I think. Based on, like, there's a statement. I mean, I think the universal Tamari one is, like, hyperbole for sure. Like, they're just using, like, flowery language. But I think there's a data book where it says Kurama could destroy the earth. And then Naruto, like, adds Sage Mode on top of that. So he should be, if you use the data books, I think Naruto could be, like, multiplanetary, maybe.
I'll agree. I think if you want to take that interpretation, because I think what it says is, like, it can turn the world to ash.
Yeah, like that, yeah.
Interpretations with that, so... But the highest one is that it would destroy the planet, right?
I also looked at the raw data book for that one as well, and the statement isn't in PAL. Oh, is it present tense? That makes sense. It also makes sense because the image being used is of baby Naruto. Talk about the sealing of Kurama into Naruto.
So and, you're saying it's...
world there can mean society.
So you're
the thing that just happened with the destruction of the village.
Oh, so you're saying like in the raw translation, it could just be talking about him like destroying the Leaf Village?
Yes, and I think the only way it is translated to the world is people adding the word could there. It's not past tense. Future tense. I mean.
Yeah, that's interesting. But oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like also like it was like a good conversation about like we can actually get into how powerful these characters are. look at these big explosions, but no, they never do that because they also just run back to the Databooks. Oh, the planetary.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it seems like in the Databooks, I think Naruto power is more impressive than like One Piece characters. Like, because the most impressive thing you could say in One Piece is if you say something like Whitebeard, every punch that he does with his devil fruit is planetary in attack potency, and then like all the high tiers are relative to that and scale above that, and like the One Piece Earth is bigger than a normal Earth. Then you could, that's like highballed One Piece, and then you're saying like Luffy's like multi-planetary based on that. But that I personally don't actually believe that. I think Luffy is actually closer to like, I don't know, it gets harder to scale, but I mean, he was like country level in Fishman Island, and he's like,
Yeah, I think.
wait,
I mean, here's the weird thing though, is like how big are countries in One Piece anyway? Like I can't tell like most of the time. Like Dressrosa to me like looked like it was just like a city and then like some woodland areas and stuff around it.
yeah, it's like, it's hard to tell in One Piece. Like, a lot of the places are just actually gigantic though, because they'll have actual like giants and people who are like 20 feet tall walking around and just living normally and stuff. But I don't, like a good example with Dressrosa, they said that Pika's hand was like a city falling on them. And that was just like Pika's hand. So like Dressrosa would have multiple cities in it.
I think the biggest you can get Dressrosa is, I think, I forget the name of the lady, but she has like the glare fruit that's just like everything you do with vision, and she's stated to be able to see like 4,000 kilometers radius, and she can't see what's happening on Green Bit, which is a tiny island connected to Dressrosa.
Oh, that's interesting actually. Yeah, so it could have like a diameter of like more than 8,000 meters.
Miles.
Oh, miles. Oh, that's bigger, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
our moon is 6,000 miles in diameter.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so the One Piece Earth is actually just very, very big. Like I've seen some things for like Wano. Like there's like an umbrella in Wano that's like 100 feet tall or something. Like everything in One Piece is just kind of giant. And I think the planet has 3 moons. Like the One Piece Earth has 3 moons too. But I don't know. But I think that this is a pretty good stopping point for the debate. I need to go to sleep. This was a fun debate though. It went on for quite a while.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, good night.
Yeah, peace out, guys.
Yeah.
It was basically just like studying the speed feats of Naruto. It wasn't really even a debate that much for quite a portion of it. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of educational, at least from the manga's perspective, because a lot of what's out there right now is pretty much, you know, everything concerning the data books. I think it's very hard for people to debate Naruto these days without actually involving data books. So it's kind of refreshing for a change. And see what the manga has to say.
Yeah, I like looking at the manga too. It's I don't know, Naruto's a cool series, so I like learning more about it. So.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Thanks for being in this one. Appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys.
Take care. See ya.
See ya. All right, Chad. I think that was it for the debate. This was a fun one. I mean, we really looked at like a lot of different things in Naruto. I mean, the big thing I've come to realize from this stream is like the speed feats in Naruto are very inconsistent. The speed feats in Naruto are very inconsistent, man. So it's really hard to say like how fast the actual verse is. It's so inconsistent because if you use the data books, you have Kid Sasuke with 2 Tomoe Sharingan is the same speed as the Raikage, the same speed as Minato, the same speed as Killer Bee, the same speed as Kirin. That's what happens if you just take every data book and absorb it all. You have feats where like Tamari is throwing an attack at the same speed as Darui's Laser Circus, so you could say that Tamari is like faster. If you're using just the manga, you could say Tamari's faster than Kirin because Kirin stated to be the speed of lightning and it can't be dodged. So if you think the Laser Circus is light speed, then that means Tamari's faster, like not only faster than Kirin, 2,000 times faster than Kirin. So that's kind of weird. You also have another weird thing in the manga where Kakashi says he chopped a lightning bolt with Chidori. That's why it became the lightning blade, and he did that before part 1 even started. And then way later in the series, Sasuke says that Kirin is unavoidable because it's the speed of lightning. There's a lot of like inconsistent weird things in the Naruto speed scaling, so I don't know, it's kind of hard to like pinpoint it. If you think pre-time skip Usopp is faster than Light, I don't know how you think it's crazy for Sasuke. Well, it's just like with One Piece, it stays much more consistent than it does with Naruto. Are you talking about turning the world to ash statement because that's hyperbolic? No, I'm not talking about that statement at the moment. I mean, there's a lot of different weird statements in the data books. But yeah, I mean, we were analyzing a lot of different things from the data books. So essentially, like, no matter what way you scale Naruto, it's going to have a bunch of contradictions. So if you look purely at the manga, there's contradictions in the manga. If you look purely at the data books, there's contradictions in the data books. And if you use both, there's contradictions in both. Plus Ultra, I mean, I don't know. Have you read One Piece, bro? It stays much more consistent. I mean, you should watch my Is One Piece Lightspeed stream, because like in pre-time skip alone, there's about 12 or 15 different times where like weak characters are just dodging light beams or dodging light speed attacks, and then they like develop Haki after that. There's statements where it says acceleration is power. And then you see that they get 100 times stronger. It's way more consistent in One Piece. I mean, if you haven't read One Piece, then I don't know if you should really participate in that debate, to be honest. You said Kizaru is literally made of light. Yeah, it sounds... Yeah, no offense. I'm not trying to be rude, but it does seem like you don't really understand the series that deeply. So, like, I recommend check out the... or at least you don't understand the light speed feats that deeply. So I recommend check out the like, yeah, I'm not trying to be rude there, but it just, like, the arguments you're making, it sounds like you don't really know a lot of the light speed feats in One Piece. And that's okay. I mean, I didn't know them either until I like studied the series and looked for them. But I think a big thing to keep in mind is light speed reaction speed is a different thing than light speed travel speed. So One Piece characters have been light speed reaction speed since pre-time skip. Travel speed's different though. You haven't gave a counter argument? No, it's just because I've done like 3-hour long live streams where all I did was counter arguments. So you should just go watch those. But I mean, let me see if I have any just in this slide. I don't think I have any in this slide, but I mean, there's so many light speed feats in One Piece. Like, there's so many light speed feats in One Piece that I did a 3-hour video just listing light speed feats in One Piece. So just watch that. You'll get all the counter arguments you need in that. It's just, like, if you just go to my live streams, you'll see it. Hold on, I can just show you. If you go to my live, I did it recently. Yeah, right here. Our One Piece character is light speed. Just click on this. It's almost 3 hours long, where all I do is just talk about like a bunch of light speed feats in One Piece. So just watch that, and you'll get all your questions answered there. Because there's just so many of them that I talked about it for 3 hours straight. So. But I mean, I've had this debate so many times, I can tell when someone doesn't really know, like, the feats. Like, I can start listing some off. Basically, I don't know, it just gets tiring because I've done it so many times. But, I mean, Zoro, when he was fighting Kuma, there's a panel where, like, a light beam's flying through the air. He's like, damaged, can barely even stand up, still dodges it, like, before the light beam hits him. There's another panel where it says, where Kuma, he's shooting air palms, and he says these air palms travel at the speed of light. Zoro just got finished fighting an entire arc, and he was near death from that arc. could barely stand up. Like Usopp has a line of dialogue where he's like, he's so tired he can barely stand up. Then Zoro dodges like dozens of these light speed attacks. This is in Thriller Bark. Then the following arc you have in Sabaody, you have there's this scene where Luffy's standing in front of one of the pacifista robots, and they have laser beam hands, but the Straw Hat and they're like, Luffy, watch out, he's going to shoot like an air palm at you. And Luffy's standing there like looking at him, waiting for him to shoot an air palm. And then the next panel, he shoots a laser beam and Luffy jumps out of the way last second. So that's Luffy like last second dodging a laser beam. And then like a few pages later, they say these laser beams are based on Kizaru's lasers, which is just light beams. What else? Another thing is when during the Foxy Pirate arc, when like the Davy Bat games, Luffy's fighting against the Foxy Pirates, and then there's this scene where they're shooting slow beams at them, and they're word for word stated to be slow photon, like it's called slowpoke photons, and they bounce off mirrors, and they're just showing you like they have the properties of light. And there's this scene where he shoots like a dozen slowpoke photons and he's smacking them off a bunch of mirrors, and Luffy's dodging all of them while dodging punches at the same time. This is like chapter 120, base Luffy doing all this stuff. So that's a bunch of light speed feats there. In Skypiea, you see I've done this so many times that I'm doing it off the top of my head. Junior, no offense, bro, but I don't think you can debunk anything I'm saying. I don't think you've even seen One Piece, so no offense. I'm really trying not to be rude, but like I've had this debate so many times, I can tell when people don't know the series that they're like trying to insult. And then but yeah, I can list off a few more crazy feats for you. In Skypiea, there's multiple panels where Nami and Usopp are dodging lightning blasts from Enel. Like there's this scene where Enel shoots a lightning blast at Usopp from behind. Usopp dodges it last second from behind, like not even looking at it, dodges it. So you can't say he's aim dodging, he's just faster than lightning. Nami dodges a lightning bolt as well and reacts to it multiple times in the manga. And then you have a scene where Luffy, he has a gold ball on his fist that's larger than he is. And gold is extremely heavy. A gold ball, like Luffy's like 5'3". Even if you have a 5-foot sphere of gold, that's like tons of weight. And he, with his fist slowed down by the golden ball, throws a punch so fast that a man made out of lightning says it's too fast and gets one shot by it. This man also has precognition as well, still couldn't dodge it. There's just so much stuff that shows you One Piece characters are super fast. Kuma robots packing up the light speed. Yeah, no offense. I can just, that's not an argument. I don't really know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's just sometimes people really read the manga, and that's okay, I guess, but it's like, that's not really an argument, man. Literally telling you that Straw Hats got packed up by Kuma robots. They didn't even beat one of them. They literally did beat one of them. And them losing to someone stronger than them doesn't matter. They were dodging light beams. You see, this is the stuff I'm talking about. I can tell when people like are not really that versed in the series they're insulting, because if you actually read that scene, you would, and like paid attention to the speed feats, you would realize like those feats are very impressive. Like there was multiple times they were dodging lasers in base form too. Naruto punched the moon in half. That's after the war arc, right? That's after the war arc, so that doesn't really matter. But if Luffy doesn't have faster than light travel speed, he struggles to with opponents like Kizaru anyway. So this is another thing. So Kizaru goes faster than light. Like that's actually just stated. Yeah, I mean, dude, just please do me a favor and just watch the stream, because everything you're saying, I've debunked, I've answered this stuff many times before. Please just watch the stream, because these are questions I'll answer there. But Kizaru literally has a panel where he says like he's accelerating beyond light speed in Egghead. Also, another thing is Crocodile states that devil fruits get stronger the more you train with them. And Kizaru's had the light fruit for over a decade, because we see him in Jinbei's Fisher Tiger flashback 15 years in the past. And Kizaru had the light fruit then, and he was a vice admiral. So yeah, his fruit has gotten stronger over the years, and he has Haki on top of that. Like, the just honest truth is, like, the One Piece manga, it has very consistent speed feats in terms of reaction speed, very, like, impressive ones. But I mean, I've said all of this stuff in other streams. I don't know how. I don't know. I recommend just check out that one. It took all of them to even beat one, and they all got tagged by light beams. Remember, it gets. I mean, you just actually haven't read the manga, man. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Like, sometimes you can just tell people haven't really read what they're talking about, and they're just like saying things. Here, hold on. Let me see if I can just, like get. Hold on. Let me see. Hold up. Okay, let me see if I can just pull up the panels from this stream, because it's pretty obvious. Like, sometimes people just want to debate, but they don't really, like, they haven't even read the thing they're talking about. So here's some of the things from the stream I was talking about. Here's one scene where, let me know in the chat if you can see my mouse or not. Hopefully you guys can. I don't know, I might have put it so that the mouse is invisible. Okay, yeah, I have it. So here's a panel where this is near death Zoro. He's like, he can barely move. He was near death before he gets hit by this, like, explosion in the left-hand panel. But then you see Kuma shoots a laser beam. You see in this middle panel here, the laser beam is in the air, and Zoro still dodges it in this panel. Okay, this is near death Zoro. There's a bunch more. Hold on, let me see. Okay, here's another one. The quality's pretty rough looking through the stream right here. Anyway, this is Kuma saying, I call it the pad cannon. It's air pressure deflected at the speed of light. That's what this panel says. And then you see him fire one at Zoro. Zoro's looking at it fly through the air and then dodges it right here. And this is a near-death Zoro. This panel says, like, Zoro's so tired. I mean, so damaged, like, he's breathing hard even though that didn't even hit him. There's a bunch more. Let me see. Hold up. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Oh yeah, here's one of Luffy dodging a light beam, but hold on, I want to show some other ones. There's so many. Oh yeah, you could argue that the supernova here are reacting to these light beams too, but I want to find the one where it says, like, these are Kizaru's light beams. Oh yeah, right here, it says it right here. So this laser, it says this is Kizaru's laser. That's them talking about this light beam. They say it's Kizaru's laser. Oh, and then here's another one where Zoro's dodging tons of these light speed attacks. Wait, are these guys debating each other in the chat? I'm not really sure what he's even talking about, to be honest. But yeah, just pay attention to this, because, I mean, no offense, I can tell you guys haven't done a lot of power scaling with One Piece before. Like, it seems like most of the power scaling you guys have done with One Piece is, like, not that deep of power scaling. So I'm like showing you guys the feats so that way you know for next time. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm just actually trying to help you guys out, you know? Because I can tell by how you guys are talking about it, you haven't, like, seen these things before. So I'm just trying to help you guys. So, like, here's this scene where Zoro's dodging a bunch of air bombs. And these are all light speed. It's stated by Kuma these are light speed ones. Because yeah, I'm really actually trying to be polite, you know, because I've had this debate a bunch of times, and I can tell when people haven't actually, like, read the feats. Because, like, I don't know, I've just seen these exact arguments a bunch of times, and it sounds like someone who hasn't read the feats. So I'm just showing you them. Here's another one where Luffy's dodging a light beam. Oh yeah, here's the photons one here. Hold on, let me go back. So yeah, here's one. It says these are slowpoke photons. They reflect off mirrors, and then you see it like bounce off this mirror. And then there's this scene where he shoots a bunch of them, and he's smacking them off multiple mirrors, and you see Luffy dodging Luffy's dodging multiple photons and punches at the same time. No, plus, I mean, I don't think you actually have read these feats, to be honest, man. Or it's like, here's the thing, like, you can read the feats, but if you didn't look at it like a power scaler, then it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter. Saya, that might be true. It's possible. I mean, because I mean, I'm really trying to be polite. It's just I've had this debate a lot of times. I can tell when people actually haven't seen these feats before. Like, you're saying you have, but I can tell that you haven't. So that's why I'm showing you them. So that, because weren't you asking, like you said, you don't have any counterpoints. I'm showing you the counterpoints. Okay, so I'm just showing you because you guys said you didn't. I could just tell you didn't know that these were here. So I'm showing you them to like help you guys out. Okay, and then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you some Nami Usopp light speed. These are not light speed. These are lightning speed feats. But these are valuable because it's showing you that even pre-time skip weaklings are like extremely fast in One Piece. This is Sky Pia Nami reacting to a lightning bolt from a Neil. This is the scene I was talking about with Luffy throwing a punch while massively slowed down. And hold on. There's a few more. There's one where Usopp dodges lightning. I wanted to find that. Did I have that in this? Oh yeah, here's the statement. Here's a statement where Shaki says that Rayleigh was 100 times stronger than you boys. So this was when Luffy met Rayleigh and Sabaody. So that could either mean that Rayleigh's 100 times stronger than just Luffy, or 100 times stronger than his whole crew put together. And then Luffy in the current chapters is stronger than Rayleigh is now. And Luffy's already performing all these crazy light speed feats while he's 100 times weaker than Rayleigh, and he's 100 times stronger now. So, hold on. I'm trying to find the Usopp one. Do I have it on here? I might. I watched the series all the way up to the Bubble Tree arc. Not, I mean, what I'm saying is, bro, it's like you can watch a series for fun, but watching a series for fun and then watching it like with the intention of finding power scaling feats and analyzing power scaling feats, those are two completely different things. And I've had this debate enough times to tell when I'm speaking to someone who's analyzed the series to power scale it, or I'm speaking to someone who's like watched a series for fun, didn't really like it, and is now downplaying the series. You guys are in the latter. You got no. I'm really trying to be polite. But I've had the debate enough times where I can tell the difference. Like, I can tell when somebody has just seen a series just for fun, didn't really like it, and now they're just like trying to insult the series. That's fine. But you asked me for like evidence, like counter arguments, so I'm just listing them for you. Okay. I'm trying to find. I also have the panel of. There's also a panel where Usopp dodges lightning, but I'm not sure if I have it in the stream, or maybe I had it in the stream like far off point. I haven't reached it yet. Oh yeah, here's another one where Luffy is like waiting for the attack to happen. He thinks it's going to be a shockwave, but it's actually a light beam, and he dodges it last second. So you said, bro, really ignoring fake Kuma, packing up straw hats. What does that have to do with anything, man? I'm sorry, I don't know that. Like, I mean, I'm not even sure what point he's trying to make. Is he trying to say that like strength and speed are the exact same or something? I mean, I'm not really sure what point you're trying to make. The Straw Hats, they lose to a bunch of Pacifista, but they still, like, that was after they were exhausted. They dodged numerous laser beams, bro. I'm not sure how what part of that isn't like isn't making sense. Also, man, when you're using these, I'll just give a bit of like debater advice, right? When you use emojis, it makes it, you're not making a good argument. I'll just put it like that. Like, because if you're debating somebody, right, and one side of the debate is like being very respectful, like, you know, being nice to you, laying out arguments with like manga panels and feats, and your response is to just like barely understand the manga and then put some laughing emojis, that's not a very conducive debate. It's more like that's not really how a good debate goes. And also, here's another thing I noticed, guys. People who leave like the wildest comments, they never do the debates. Have you guys noticed that? Have you guys noticed that? People, like, I've noticed it. Because if you go to my channel, bro, I do a ton of debate. Like, let me go to my channel real quick. So now you got to bring up the emojis because you don't got a counter argument. No, I just went through a bunch of counter arguments. I don't know if you listened to any of them, but that's okay. Let me just show you guys something I noticed, okay? Let me show you guys something I noticed. So when you go to my channel, right? I do a ton of debates. Hopefully you guys can see this. You got banned, Junior. Hey man, if you got banned, that our Discord rarely bans someone. So if you got banned, you probably did. Might want to reflect on why that happened. But yeah, because it's very rare that people get banned in there. We have like hundreds of people in there. I only know of like 3 people who've ever gotten banned. But my guess would be like, because of how you guys are trying to debate, like, this is not how debates go on my channel. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's not how debates go on my channel. Like, on my channel, we really do try to be like respectful and try to keep the debates respectful. So if you were in there being mean to people, like, maybe that's what happened. But let me show you guys something I've noticed, right? I don't know if you can see this clearly, but I do a ton of debates. Okay, like you see, like in the last 2 weeks, I did 3 debates. I did one about Jing. I did one about Luffy versus Naruto. I did one on the speed of One Piece characters. The week before that, I did another 2. I did Meruem versus Sukuna. I did Luffy versus Kizaru. Like, I do a bunch of debates. Like, every week, I do about 2 or 3 debates on average, right? Some weeks, I'll do like 4 debates. And every single one of these debates is open. So like, anyone can join, anyone can like debate me on topics, anyone can like prove me wrong if I'm wrong about something. And honestly, when people prove me wrong, I just admit it. I'm like, you know what? That's a very good point, man. You had a good point. Okay? But the interesting thing that I noticed, chat, is like people who leave crazy comments, like people who are leaving like crazy insulting comments, never show up to the debates, ever. Like, they never hop on the voice chat. They never say anything, but they will wait till the debate's done and leave a bunch of crazy comments, or they will, or they'll just like fill up the live chat with crazy comments too. Okay, I'm being nice here. Okay, why do you think that is? I have my own theories on why that is. But let me word it like this. If I really thought I could win the debate, I would probably do the voice chat. So that's how I view it. Not everyone views things. I don't know. I really am trying to be polite here, but that's why I'm saying, like, don't use a bunch of emojis. Don't be rude to people. You know, you can have debates in a civil manner. You said Saitama is galaxy level fodder, won a text debate. I think Saitama is around galaxy level, yeah. But he gets massively stronger. I think he gets strong to the point where he defeats his previous self every day. Also, Kuma is slower than his attacks. I don't know. I'm not sure if you even paid attention to the last 30 minutes of stuff I said. I don't know. It's all right. I ain't mean to be rude. My fault. It's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying, like, maybe. I mean, that's kind of like a common thing in debate spaces, but over here, like, I really try to make it so like people aren't being rude to each other. So like, if you have a point, just, you know, this is why I do open debates, man. Like, so that people can like actually discuss them and we can actually learn more about the series, you know? It doesn't have to be people like calling each other names and being rude to each other. That's, you know, that's why I was saying I can tell like when someone has like really actually analyzed the series or if someone hasn't. It's because I've had these kinds of debates a bunch of times. Kuma is slower than his attacks. Yeah, but that doesn't really matter because like the Straw Hats were dodging the light speed attacks though. Saitama beats Goku if you know ball. You know, I might do a Saitama versus Dragon Ball Z debate and just talk about how far does Saitama get in Dragon Ball Z. I also think that would be an interesting video on its own too. So bro's ignoring everything I said about fake Kuma being slower and weaker than real Kuma. No, I think you ignored everything I showed about the One Piece feats, man. Because the fake Kuma's laser was stated to be Kizaru's laser, which is the speed of light. And we see tons of Straw Hats dodging them. They don't have to dodge 100% of these attacks, but they've dodged them a couple times. That shows you that, like, even in pre-time skip, while they were damaged, they were the speed of light and reaction speed. And, like, it wasn't just that it happened once, it happened like 10 times. And like, that was what this whole past 30 minutes was me showing you a bunch of light speed feats. So I don't know, please just rewind that and you can check them out. But yeah, just because you lose to someone doesn't take away everything else you performed in that fight. Characters get tired, characters get slower as the fight goes on, characters still take damage as they're fighting. And yeah, so. But yeah, I think Saitama versus Dragon Ball Z is very interesting. I think Saitama, his attack power feats are more impressive. They're way more impressive than Super Perfect Cell. Okay? Like just one punch from him is like stronger than anything Super Perfect Cell did. And he could spam that with consecutive serious punches, so he's like dozens of times stronger than Super Perfect Cell during the Garo fight. At the start of the Garo fight, he's that strong. Then by the end of the fight, he gets strong enough to one punch that version of himself. So I mean, you can make a very good argument that Saitama is like Majin Buu level in terms of raw strength, like Fat Buu level. And then like each day he gets like strong enough to one punch that previous version of himself. Another thing is if you use composite Saitama, you use the retconned chapters, like he's like fourth dimensional. So it would be fun. I think I might do that as a debate, Saitama versus Goku debate. I think I'll do that. You know what, chat? I think I will do that. I think that would be a fun one. Well, I think I'll title it Saitama versus Goku, but then I'll just make it like Saitama versus DBZ and talk about how far he would make it in DBZ. Or maybe I title it Saitama versus Majin Buu. Alright, chat. This has gone on way longer than I thought it would. I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I appreciate the views and the comments. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you on the next one.